started.
Alright. When we last left our group of adventurers, mercenaries, and uh, people, uh, definitely not a criminal in the case of one in particular, you managed to step into a rift in reality in the form of the actual hospital. Well, not hospital, sanatorium. Upon entering, you found out that not only were some of you affected in different ways, but also that the layout of the building it's fucky. It's just fucky. It's just. But that being said, with a discerning eye, keen mind, and of course, releasing some or giving peace to one tortured soul, tortured and dead soul, you manage to traverse through and get some semblance of progress in this odd place. After asking your local neighborhood occultic professor as to the nature of this place, as well as meeting a rather unfortunate soul that one of you in the party managed to bring back from the dead, since he had not been gone for too. They've been gone for a while, but not that long. You gained the partnership of a tiefling woman named who went by the name of Wrath, but they also went by the name of well, due to her antlers rather than normal horns, Moose. As the party and Moose made their way through, they eventually found their way into one of the rooms that they were searching for, where they encounter the parapsychologist spirit, not a ghost spirit, by the name of Dr. Kane. That's spelled with a Kayne. After
So
being
close to
thrown,
being Kanye, but
I mean, just switch two words around and you're it. But
yeah.
that being said, after being filled in on the situation and after hearing that, how do I say, disturbingly enough, there had been others that had come into here, some of which perished, some of which, thanks to Professor Kane, why am I saying Professor, Dr. Keynes's assistance and peculiar connection to this place, managed to escape and on occasion visit, which he finds odd, but he's not against the familiar faces and company. The party then decided to set up shop in Professor Kane's office, and the adventure continues. So, have you decided if you wanted to train to have oh, Alex buzzing?
Wait, what?
Oh, never mind. It's gone.
Huh.
Like
There's like
That
some
was weird.
slight buzzing on that we could hear on our end.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was a little weird, but whatever.
roll like a d20 or something since we all like chose to contact our patrons or
yeah. Did you want to try to have her make a pact with something, or would you rather have her as is and have her trained in a much more at her own pace sort of deal?
that was the conclusion we came up with. It was on contact or we'll think about it and we'll see if we want to
Well,
make a pact, become a follower, or just train.
yeah, we would rather opt her to be making a pack because it'd be a whole lot quicker and she'd be a whole. How should be more likely to survive? Because I can, I don't think I can raise dead again, or well, actually I can revive if she goes down again, but rather rather not.
It's it'll hurt resources wise.
Yeah.
So yeah, the quickest route and the best route would be making a pact being a warlock. But
All right.
Well,
Then
in terms of quickness, yeah, but in terms of effectiveness,
it's variable.
yeah.
I think quickness would be pact. Effectiveness would be war mage, and then long term will be cleric.
She will be effectively one of your lackeys, not compatriot, but lackeys. So, yeah. So,
Thinking the overall long term would be best if she was a cleric, but if we just need pure quickness and no effectiveness, then we'll go pact.
all right. Whom among you will bring up this idea?
well, Rahama would suggest the idea that if she wants a better chance of surviving, making a pact would be the quickest and best route. It doesn't necessarily have to be with specifically Ra, no, like with Anubis, but we could ask him who could, suggest to throw your way to.
I mean, the immediate option she does have, since she is a tiefling, is with a fiend. But,
Wouldn't
she
make
doesn't
her,
really like fiends.
yeah, wouldn't make her make a pact with something that she's making like uncomfortable making a pact with, like some like suggestively, like Muhammad would make mention of being like, we can try to find someone that seems that shares the same ideals as you, essentially. If you were to make a
Yes.
pact with someone,
She has no idea who she wants to make a pact with.
yeah, essentially that
But
would be on my end, or Anubis trying to find someone that would fit best with her.
Just
either
finding for
way,
something
I'd
easy
say
peasy.
after
yeah.
I'd say after Rahamit, then Shauna, and then the brothers will give their propositions.
There are other options guys do have access to, can offer, due to your marks.
Mm.
You think I'm gonna mention the Keeper of the Depths to her?
Well, it's your choice. You don't have to, but the option is there. Keeper might be appreciative of it.
True. And I imagine the
Draw a lot of
Stone
attention.
Lord. And I imagine the Stone Lord can always use more Kingbreakers and whatnot.
Kingmakers, kingbreakers.
Exactly.
Body's a body.
Anything of the sort, really.
I
Hey.
can go with it.
Problem with me, this giving your secrets is like tieflings would usually attract a lot of attention, at least here.
Well, so
And she's here right now.
Sloan encourages all to be more accepting.
Yeah, Celestials do have. Okay, most have a good track record. Most have a good track record. It really depends on the entity that they serve, or god.
Yeah, nothing
In
says
some
she
cases.
can't make a pact with the Celestials that you follow, gang. Like,
Well, not pacts.
It
It's
can't
not
be
really a
devotion.
celestial.
well,
Yeah, that'll be a path of devotion, not a pact.
well,
Ye-
again, it's not like not trying to make her into a paladin or anything. I'm just trying like she could make a pact with the said deity because I think it would count as celestial.
Okay, well, then it'd be an oath.
A god, yes, actually, would in certain circumstances. At the end of the day, that really depends on, again, choice.
You know, just providing the options, and then it's up to her.
Alright. She's not opposed to Saloon as a possible patron. It's just, yeah, she's just not opposed to it. Anyone else have any ideas they want to bring up? Or no?
Well, other than the possibility of War Mage training from either Xeris or Solithus.
The question is, would you be able to train her quick enough to just be efficient enough to survive this place?
I'm 99% certain we have decided upon Warlock short term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
It just
Alright.
depends on patron.
just-
Maybe
Yeah.
Warlock Cleric, multi-class.
Eventually, yeah. But at the end of the day, so what entity would you guys want to well, have her make a pact with, at least for the time being?
Maybe
With,
the Celestial.
unless she feel enjoys it. There is that celestial archivist pact at the front, where the front door should have been.
That would mean have to go back
But
and find it
yeah,
and make sure it's still there.
and you also don't know if what celestial the pact was made with.
They got busted.
Yeah, so probably not advisable then.
At least for the time being.
Yeah. At least not until we know what the fuck it is.
So we're definitely going with Warlock. Rahaman's gonna ask Anubis to see if who can get in contact with that could essentially do the same thing he did with me, being like an int-based Warlock.
I will say in this case, this will take place during your.
Yeah, essentially.
Pardon me. Sorry, my apologies. I'm getting a bit gassy.
No, I know what you were gonna say. Join the Curse of Long Rest. Essentially, be like visited by these.
Yeah, of course. I was just gonna also.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that. Are you sure you want her to go celestial?
Well, like I said, we'd have to go back to the room and find it and see if it's still there, and then hope that the celestial in question is actually, one of the good guys. But if there is a celestial that Anubis knows that could actually be that shares the same ideals essentially as hers, it'd be a great match made in heaven. But until then, it's just
You'd have to. Well, I'll just say if you want to get to know her ideals, you'd have to speak with her.
Yeah. Well, we know that she's a really innocent girl. Really.
Generally speaking, though, you don't know if what are her her interests. Where does she see herself? Oh God, now I'm sounding like sort of.
Where does she see herself in 5 years?
Yes, that sort of thing.
Yeah, but yeah, if she wants
Does she
wants
like
to
to
go
read
celestial,
books? Does she like to know knowledge?
She's not against it. She does hear that celestials are celestial warlocks are generally treated better.
Yeah. So next question is, now that she's on the idea of being a celestial warlock, what does she strive for in life? Like, what are her ideals? And
Her ideals?
Yeah, it just straight up says that.
She really does care about people, and because at the end of the day, they are the people. Those are the things that keep her alive.
Yeah, so a protector of sorts. So she cares about all you kind of care about all living things, kind of deal.
Yeah, though she does admit she'd rather fight dirty than fight fair.
So go the sneaky method instead of the direct approach method. Got it.
Kind of. It's a.
And there's nothing wrong with a sneaky method.
She's not so much sneaky as she's not afraid to just slam somebody in the face with some pocket sand if need be, to hit him in the balls and stuff.
Anubis hears that and be like, "No, that's totally fair."
That would be, and to try to pin it down for it. Basically, it'll be an intelligence check for just this.
When someone mentioned pocket sand, the only thought I had was kick him in the dick.
Pocket sand, then kick him in the dick.
Yes.
All right. So
That's fact.
what you're told is that none of the planetar solars, or not solars, there. What am I saying? No. None of the planetars or devas that are under his command would be a good fit for her because they're very honorable. They don't fight dirty. But he thinks he knows one, but let's see here. He mentions that they might not like them. As the entity in mention, one moment, is called a skein witch. For that will require a religion check just to know what a skein witch is.
I am thinking, but I'm like, at the same time, I'm eating, so. Andy?
Yes?
I was making sure you heard me what I was saying. I'm just like, I'm busy eating, but yeah, I'm thinking at the same time.
Okay.
So,
Anyone else who... I'm assuming you're going to relay this to everyone else.
yeah, essentially.
So anyone else who is proficient, actually, in religion, may roll so to know what a skein witch is. Anyone who's proficient in religion may roll to know what a skein witch is.
It's a 22.
All right. Anyone else?
Not proficient, unfortunately.
What a shame.
Might get skilled at some point.
Skein witches, from what you know, are oddly enough not witches. They're actually they're a neutral type of celestial. Generally oversees order and balance in most things. They're more of the human sort of angels, or celestials rather. Generally, but generally they shepherd across areas of regard, specifically with destiny and fate, and the tapestry thereof, which, well, at the moment is hinky. So, yeah. And as to their appearance, I am going to drop it in the Friday group chat, just so that way you guys can see. As they essentially resemble an androgynous humanoid mummified in writhing diamonds of thread.
Yo.
Their skin is translucent, and they're suspended inside their bodies. And suspended inside their bodies are dozens of quivering hourglasses in place of organs.
Yo, he balling.
Right there. That being said, it's maybe he knows something that you specifically don't know, but I mean, it honestly sounds like a really good fit. Oh, hello?
Good to hear you. I'm just still eating.
Okay. That's fine.
It does seem like a good option.
It is. It just depends on the perspective of it. Maybe, again, Anubis knows something that you don't, but that would require further prodding.
Yeah, I guess if it helps find her a better match to a celestial that she's essentially going to be making a pack with.
That is the only one he knows of that would remotely fit, but even then, he's very iffy about it.
Yeah. Alright, well, you get while we try to get get to know this character more, so we figure out what kind of better match we can make for her. I'm gonna be putting additional things. I'll be right back.
All right. All right. Meanwhile, let's see here. Riker. Does Zaris want to bring up this option to her? Oh dear.
Riker?
Riker?
Oh, me idiot.
It's fine, you're human, it's excusable. To a certain degree. To a certain degree, it's excusable. Oh, almost forgot about the ambiance. Silly me.
Almost.
Zombie.
Almost.
There we go. Hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, I can certainly inquire to it about and bring it up with the Storm Lord. So,
Oh, okay. Stormlord essentially, asks if they are a virtuous and honorable heart.
well, I'd assume the answer to that question would be yes, although not so much in battle itself.
Hmm.
Yes, but all
Although
female.
battle is pretty much the only, like, pretty
Area
much
of
you would note
expertise that he. Well, it's one of the areas of expertise he appreciates.
yeah,
I've
you
returned.
know, although he would
Okay.
note that she is not necessarily afraid to perform some unceremonious acts in the middle of a fight.
Alright. Do you want to try to convince him that she would be a good fit?
I mean, he's the one asking the fucking Stormlord's opinion on it. So,
Then, which case, he's not. He specifically wants one again, as I mentioned, good and valorous heart. Someone who'll properly take up the mantle of a kingmaker or kingbreaker.
yeah.
Well,
Alright.
she
We're
already has
asking me some
the
duties.
good and innocent heart thing locked down.
If we're asking
Yeah.
things, then I guess I'll hit up the keeper.
All right. He keeper asks if they are willing to, how far they're willing to go to learn.
I'll bring the question to her.
Learn magic or learn how to defend herself. Should be.
Yeah,
A bit of, I suppose.
yeah, a mix of
everything.
both. A mix of both.
Not just both.
Well, she'd be willing to try as hard as she could, even if it ends up killing her, since she doesn't really have anyone left nowadays. To which the keeper would definitely say, "Okay, yeah, no, I like this one. She's
Okay.
suicidal
Alright.
in the pursuit of knowledge. I appreciate this."
Huh. I don't know if I should give any other details.
Oh, one moment.
Yes, but she doesn't need to know that her boss would be a terrifying thing.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's like,
That's optional.
yeah, like,
That's optional info.
yeah, like, it's one of those things where you can be allied with someone, but not necessarily like how they look. Be like, yeah, you're kind of freaky
Uh,
looking, but you're okay.
well, it's less of that, more so her, like, I don't know, fucking going mad the instant she sees him. But I don't think that would happen. It's
Mentally,
possible.
yeah, if it's one of those things where you're worried that she might go mad, so you gotta be like, mentally prepare yourself for this one. just maybe, just slightly. He's, he's,
Alright.
he's a bit of a breath taker.
Okay, so if you're done with that, uh, well, don't worry about appearance too much. Um, I don't know how to go about making a warlock in character.
Well, we're waiting on Auntie. You want to probably go check on Dougal.
Did he leave?
He muted himself.
Ah, okay. Probably a phone call. I don't fucking know. There's obviously the whole stipulations of don't fucking tell people what this is.
Oh wait,
You
is
just
it one
don't.
of the gods that got released after
The All Risen.
Oh,
Yes, the Keeper of the Deaths is.
yeah, that's. I completely forgot
Yeah.
about that. Well, like that. Forgot that you made a pact with them, like specifically.
Kind of.
Yeah.
It's only a light pact so far. Currently. Gonna try to yeet a greater bargain. Sorry, technically a lesser, and then I fucking took 2 feat trainings worth of feats, and then got 20 charisma, which would have been useless. But whatever, I got the thing anyway. I have it. It's fine. We're good. Uh, 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 uh,
Now we're just making random noises.
Some minor stuff. So, group decision, which entity?
I mean, the keeper that kind of made a lesser pack with Saul seems like the best option, seeing how the keeper kind of likes her back. But it'll probably be a thing.
Less likes and more like, oh, this person's willing to die just in pursuit of whatever the hell I want in exchange for power. That sounds like a good deal.
Yo,
Hello,
dude's here.
Mast.
Yo, I think we got a Keeper of the Deaths person.
I think for a short term,
Maybe.
it's the keeper, and then we can dip into the civilian.
I mean,
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Mast, can you hear us?
Mm-hmm. What did I miss?
oh, I
No,
was
we're
talking about.
There's a
Discussions
flagon.
on what patron to give
Which
lady
patron do you
for
do?
now. And the keeper,
But what about the Glory of Shadowcat?
Well, that's where you come in. Are you gonna offer it?
Still deciding.
Yeah, it's left undecided, so.
Uh,
That's be group decision.
I'm gonna kind of play it up like I know a guy.
You know I know an entity who knows an entity.
Yes, because I can't directly say the name around Muhammad.
Yeah. Understood.
Wait, why can't you say the name?
Because the Shadow Cat has pissed off Anubis. Yeah, was it Anubis? Fuck.
That's his patron, yes.
Oh.
Yes, Anubis.
That's your
Your
patron.
patron.
But that's bad news
Well-
for both of you.
Yeah, he's like the day of his introduction. It was like, yo, don't mention my name to the new guy.
His
Might
boss
have.
may want to really violently murder you and try to get to me. So, and I like you, so you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the keeper said anything on it. That was
Well, the
patron.
keeper probably doesn't. The keeper, yeah, he doesn't give a shit. Yeah.
He just doesn't give a shit.
You can, yeah, you can clearly handle yourself. If you aren't able to, then then you clearly weren't worthy of this power.
Yeah.
Survival of the fittest and all that.
Yes.
So Lum would probably just be accepting her bit. I'll be waiting when she comes.
Yeah. So do you want to? So how do you want to play it up?
I can't directly say their name, or I cannot directly say their name. For he or she would not go very well in with certain people, but I might know an entity or two that would be willing to give power. He or she has specifically said that they don't like to be referenced by name, but I could
And what
help you.
what do
I
they
could-
offer? What do they have to offer?
Powers over dreams and
Being able to bend fortune.
directly deals with the shadows and fortune, shadows, dreams, any of those would that pique your interest. You and I could have a private word with them.
The only thing she asks is if they're okay with devil bloods.
And she doesn't like fiends.
Or yeah.
Uh, I
She
actually
doesn't
don't
know. Her only experience has been with people, not entities.
So
I actually don't. I don't know in game, but out of game, I don't think they'd mind. As long
I'd say if you want, just you probably would have had the talk of like, hey, what do you think of people? Essentially, in their opinion, if they're fun in the eyes of the Shadow Cat, if they're fun and interesting, then they're all for it.
as
If you're
long
not
as
fun and
you-
interesting, get the fuck out.
that's a solid question. Would the Shadow Cat find Moose here interesting enough?
She'll have to visit her dreams.
that it would be up for the entity to decide. But as long as they take an interest in you, they don't give a draft's ass arse about it.
Yeah. So what we can do is have both the entities in question, the keeper and whatever your thing you're aligned with, whatever the hell you're talking about, visit her and then have her talk with both of them and figure out which one would fit her best.
I feel like Shadowcat is either a all or nothing thing.
Well, I'm not.
As
saying-
long as you're interesting in the case of the Shadow Cat. As long as you're interesting.
Yeah. So it'd be one of the things to be like, if the Shadow Cat's not interesting enough, well, at least we have the keeper. Well,
Mm-hmm. As long as you're fun and interesting, this shouldn't matter.
Well, some people can freeze up once they first see an entity of such stature.
And there is the sorry, keep on blanking on the name. The fallen exile that Ashana has, an ear to.
Oh, that's right.
Would the Fallen Exile have similar or, if not same, ideals as hers?
Well, that's for her to find out.
Actually, I think if Moose is like a sneaky sneak, the Shadow Cat would probably be the best.
Yeah.
I
But
just
that,
think the Secret Keeper is also way down for that.
True.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you're willing to go as far as you want to the depths of anything, even to the point of suicide, in exchange for power. Oh
People
man, yeah.
all about
let's talk.
Everything else is just bonus points or what you're doing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, as long as you give her devotion, she'll give you knowledge, give you power.
Or she asks what they're like.
That's good.
In your case, you'd know mysterious and sad. So she'll take a moment to think it over. If they visit her dreams, then she'll have a better talk with them. But yeah, let's see here.
Is this before our long rest?
This is before the long rest. Yes.
Because we're trying to figure out which one
The
would suit
decision.
her best.
Yeah, the decision is going to come into play during the long rest.
Why am I thinking? Why is my brain immediately going to what are those reality TV shows where one person is like put in front of like a numerous amounts of potential romantic interests?
Oh, The Bachelor.
The Bachelor. I
Oh,
think
The
there's another
Bachelorette.
one, but yeah.
The Bachelor. It's literally called
Bachelor, The
Bachelor.
Bachelorette. Yeah.
That's exactly.
Contestant number 2.
Hailing from
Two.
the deep dark voids of beyond the stars is a fun. I'm sorry, I can't do that with a straight face. Oh god.
So
Moving on. Moving on.
At number 2,
okay.
Burger King foot lettuce.
All right, we're getting sidetracked a little bit
God.
too much on this joke.
So,
My God.
okay, so the entities we have set forth are the Keeper of the Depths, the Stormlord's out because of morals. Let's see what else.
The Keeper.
Keeper of the. I already said Keeper of the Depths.
Oh, okay.
Fallen Exile, the Shadow Cat, a Celestial, and well, there is the option of Fiend in her case, but she doesn't want that. So
Not in that.
Well,
Yeah.
No. Pick your poison. Fiend or the Keeper of the Depths.
yeah. If you really need the extra option, I'll offer my exile.
right, and Salem. So that comes to a total of
3, 4, or is it 3 options, or is it 4?
I think it's 4.
Wait, how would I get 4? Because I
5 for Salem
Yeah, 5 first.
as a patron. So
again, you bring up the ones that haven't been mentioned yet. Again, do they share the same ideals as Moose? That's why I'm trying to keep
they might be compatible. Yeah, the Celestial offered so that she could make a pact with under, your patron is there's an unknown factor with the Skane Witch, something that they're not saying, but that's not to say that they may not be interested.
Okay, that's
Scan.
Sorry.
What about that?
It's like 99% of people. She's like super accepting.
Yeah.
She's like, as long as you give me devotion, you can do whatever you want.
the angel that you're mentioning, was that the incomplete pact in the bathroom?
No, that's
No,
different.
that's a separate one. The
Yeah,
incomplete one, that's
that's something that we'll have to find out later, or
Oh,
never.
game. Woo!
Yeah, metagame. But regardless, I think I threw Skinny Witch out the window when it was a bit sketchy.
well, it's got too many unknown factors, so
Yeah,
that makes it to
that
4.
yeah.
So in this case, I'm gonna roll d4 to see which one she's more compatible with in public. One, because honestly, all of them could be very good picks.
Yeah, so Keeper, Shadowcat, or Ashana's.
Fallen
Also,
Exile.
Yeah, Fallen
And
Exile.
Fallen
That's
Exile.
right. Yeah, Fallen Exile.
Or Saloon.
I think it would be
Saloon was
Well-
thrown as the last one of like,
Saloon,
we don't.
Saloon's
It's
like
Celestial.
Saloon's basically the extra choice. It's like, alright, here's the
Yeah.
here's option E.
Yeah, I personally don't know much about Saloon, so that's why I'm
Well, I
like,
mean,
General
Yeah.
good aligned moon goddess.
generally more
Yeah,
good and lawful, but
yeah, but would it fit
Yes.
her tactics of fighting styles? Is what I'm saying.
yeah, it's Saloon being the one of the most accepting. She'll accept any fighting style. It's
Yeah.
basically as long as you give her devotion and you're not like evil, she'll accept you.
Okay,
Generally speaking, yeah.
all right, so
So, oh. Well, that's interesting.
what? We didn't see it.
Alright, so anything you guys want to do over the course of your long rest before you go to sleep?
Hmm.
I'm essentially keeping watch and keeping an open air if the doc and the professor need a bouncing board essentially, because I don't
All
need
right.
to sleep.
Auntie, that feed that I sent you a little while ago, would that require a tutor? The book, like the one that you create a book of poisons, the one that increases your poison DC.
That would require a tutor.
Okay. I don't think our ghostly friend over here is much of a tutor.
I mean, they're a parapsychologist, not a assassin.
I mean, I could see if I could talk to Anubis to see if he knows someone in the underworld that's an expertise in poisons.
True, you have the underworld contact.
Very pog.
So, anyone else? For Solthis?
What?
Is there anything Solthis would like to do before, or in his case, after, while sleeping?
I'm trying to get a job from the big man.
Alright. You get a vision for a lead. It is you see the back of it, you see a tabard, actually, laid on top of a set of robes, where you see the symbol for... One moment. Yes. Oh, no, that's the wrong one.
My hands are cold.
Oh dear. That's not good. Cold fingies, not very nice.
Can't type worth shit.
Yes, the pains of winter. But that aside, let's see, what entity do I write for the notes? Or what god? Here it is. Well, yeah, you see a holy symbol devoted to a deity,
I see.
which you would remember because of them having a bit of a position in terms of faith in Mount Camberley. Essentially, you see the symbol for Nephis, the god of a god of magic, destruction, knowledge, protection, and runes.
Protection and what?
protection and runes.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh. Actually, does it... Oh, that'd probably be on Ratchet. The Rune Mastery book.
Yeah, Ratchet has that.
Well, it's
You
in
see a
tab.
symbol. No, you don't. No, you see a tabard. Yes,
Yes.
with a symbol of Nephis on it.
Yeah.
No armor, strangely enough. And you see. You don't see hair or skin. You see scales. Golden scales.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it.
Okay. So some kind of scaled thing.
Golden
Probably
scaled. Yeah, golden scaled robed person.
Yes. Tavern. Okay.
So,
Got it.
Riker, anything Xeris would like to do?
Yeah. Let me do things. Just want to scroll? No. The answer to the question is no.
Okay. And alright. So over the Yang, anything Shauna would like to do?
Since she probably can see the moon from here, she's gonna cast minor illusion, make a little mini moon, and then say a prayer, and then
Alright. You do so. It gives you a sense of comfort. This definitely really bad place. But nevertheless,
so
as you guys all
extra add protection, she's gonna collect an incense.
alright. And as if you all take your rest, or most of you take your rest, Rahamd, make a perception check for your watch. Alex, are you there?
Yeah, perception coming up.
Yep.
That's a 14.
Alright. You do notice Moose squirming and mumbling something under her breath.
While like communicating with the people that we just have line
You
with.
do hear something that does catch your ear, though. Too much pain. Too much pain. Yeah, basically too much pain.
Oh.
What does she mean by too much pain? I'm gonna see what insight.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see how well I can do. Hey.
Modified 20. It's not so much. How do I put this? She physically herself is not in pain, but you've seen a very similar sort of situation in your case with some of your training. When you had to, in order to deepen your bond with your patron, you had to witness something in their life, to create a much more symbiotic relationship. Usually something relatively traumatic. Case of you, well, it was when Anubis was betrayed by one of his sons, and viciously, all that unpleasantness of being torn apart and being sent through the winds.
Not much I can literally do for her because waking her from the rest would just disturb her long rest and not only that probably break the concentration. So I mean if she can somehow hear me in her sleeping, just being like stay strong, young one.
Alright.
Roll
a general persuasion.
Yeah,
persuasion. Or roll general charisma, actually. My bad, not persuasion, charisma.
Is this happening in the ladder or for elf?
Why can't I have advantage?
You would have yeah. Here's the thing. They don't seem to respond at all to you. It doesn't get any better, but it doesn't get any worse.
Man, I like. The waste of a fucking natural 20 on the other side. It's like, why can't I have that nice things?
Just on
That
the
one
first or
instead
second
of
half.
putting on the other side.
Yeah,
That's okay.
it's clearly shown. Yes, that's what I was just saying.
Real quick, is this happening in the first or second half of the long rest?
This is happening in the first half.
Okay, then sleep.
I can go in the second half because I'm pretty sure it was like it's basically like a trance thing where it's 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, as you keep on maintaining your watch, you're asked a few questions between the professor and Dr. Kane. Yeah. It's just some basic stuff about basic things of some of information of the outer planes and some like confirming some stuff about the inner planes. Like no, you forget about etherealness. It shouldn't work here because here in the aetherial plane, you might end up witnessing something you shouldn't. And say no, it should be fine as long as you do this. All the warnings and all that shit.
I forgot about something. I have inspiration still.
Yes.
So
do you want to re-roll it?
Yeah, I'm gonna use that up because I still got a session very well. I want to do better on this.
Okay.
I actually care. I actually want to be helpful.
6. Well, the DC is literally that, so congratulations.
Thank fucking God.
Because it's not that hard when you're asleep. You'd be surprised by how much somebody's dreams can be influenced by hearing something around you. She looks a bit more at peace as she's going through it. Still witnessing everything, but yeah.
Yeah, it really is an endurance test of your words.
Yeah. And as the rest of the you guess night comes to a close, all you hear outside are the occasional screamings of something, definitely not a humanoid or of anything of the sort.
Just literally hears that and just goes,
Wails of the damned, and all that shit.
Yeah, that's your thing.
Yeah, and on occasion the weird squeaking noise that rolls by, but aside from that, nothing unusual.
Probably the lingering squeaky of a med cart.
Yeah.
Yep.
As someone who's been in a nursing home, if one of those wheels squeaks, you'll never be able to fix it.
Oh God, don't get me started.
Right.
Anyways, yeah. As you guys wake up, you find that Moose is not waking up right now. She's still in her sleep, mumbling something under her breath that, in the language none of you understand.
What language is it?
Alright.
Unless you are under the effects of comprehend languages or tongues.
I can be.
I can
Give me a
cast
minute.
tongues.
Alright. It's up to you to decide whether or not you want to expend in one case, spell slot or perform the ritual. Spend the time for the ritual.
I'll cast tongues.
Alright, so if you don't want to waste a spell slot, I can actually cast comprehend languages once normally without needing to cast it as a ritual, I believe, because of my pact.
I mean, then, yeah, if you want to.
Alright.
Yeah, cast your tongues.
I'm just offering to make it so you don't have to waste a spell slot.
So,
I mean, mine's just a ritual cast, just 1 minute is path.
yeah. So, I need a wisdom save from those who are going to do this. With disadvantage.
Oh.
Is it a magical effect that deals damage?
No, not a magic effect that doesn't deal damage.
Shit.
This is for dread.
Okay, cool.
But you'd have advantage in your case.
Never mind, 15.
Alright.
You gotta say who has
For
advantage.
vocable. For Solthis. because of his
19.
thing.
Yeah,
15.
I was in the
And
chat.
you'd also have an advantage, actually. Ashana would also have advantage, I forgot,
Okay.
Alright.
for this.
Would I be the only one who would not have advantage if I was to do this? What the fuck?
No,
Selective.
actually.
23.
Well, yeah.
Why'd you roll
Alright.
You already.
Alright.
But,
So, if you want to.
yeah, I was just checking back skull because I gotta read the wording. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. For each spell slot I could add. Blah, blah, blah. I was just making sure I could actually do this because I remember reading it, but I just want to double check. Measures. God, where is the fucking where it says? God damn. Hold on. I'll pop this up because I can't fucking. My brain is being stupid. I don't know if it says it or not.
It's fine.
You can also use class feature, cast one chosen spell as an action while spending a spell slot. Okay, so I can cast it. I can essentially once cast comprehend language, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. I was fucking being stupid. Alright, so wisdom save.
It's fine.
That's fucking funny.
While this is happening, I'm gonna start tracing runes. If anyone wants a rune on them or on a weapon, I can do that. I can give someone advantage on the persuasion check of their choice. I can give someone an extra D6 of cold or a D8 of fire on a weapon.
I guess you want to persuasion thing? Unless it's like a resource.
Nope. It's it can be on any person. It's just that once you use it, that's it for the day.
Alright. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
So for everyone, you hear as the spells individually translate, you hear things that don't quite make sense, visions, except for two of you. Shauna, you've heard what she's mentioning. You've gone through it. The falling star. Mounds of ichor made into an ocean. Creatures living underneath the sands of a dead world, of a dead or dying, or around the dying site of a fallen and dying star. The whispers of something in a bright light. All things you've gone through. And Muhammad, as you start to listen to this reminds you of a story, an elvish one. If you'd like to know more, that would require a Arcana check.
Oh, it's minus 20. That ain't too bad.
Yep. So, you've heard this sort of story before. Of a star who fell in love with a mortal, who fell infatuated with a mortal, and somehow became more human, if that would be the right word. But the other stars grew jealous and cast them out, and almost killing them. Visions and all that. Suffice to say, from what you've known, that's just a story. That's a fairy tale. Nobody, that sort of thing doesn't exist. It's like it's like certain other creatures, like the Tooth Fairy or things like that. So it might either be a delusion or there's something weird going on.
Yeah, so she might have made a pact with something that I'm just not familiar with. That's all it is.
Yeah. But Shauna knows that the pact was made with the fallen exile.
So that would make
So,
a pact of
yeah.
the
archivist still.
Okay.
But that being said, if you'd like to know more about why she isn't immediately waking up, that would require a Arcana check. In your case, with advantage, since you went through a very similar case, very similar scenario.
Another Arcana check. Woo!
It would be with advantage. Okay, so 26. You know that in some more with archivist pacts, they take longer generally. Require the person to be unconscious for longer and as to more steadily feed the warlock the knowledge of spells and the such. It should take about 12 hours. It should take about 12 hours for the process to finish, but she must not be disturbed.
So, how much longer is it gonna take? Is the question after the long rest. With me knowing this, with knowledge.
About, let's see here. I say 12 hours, so 4 hours from now she should wake up, but you do have places to be. She should be safe here, though, so.
Wait, so it was already 8 hours of long rest, and then it's another additional 4 hours. Okay, that's
yes.
I mean, we could wait the 4 hours.
Yeah, but you do have some tasks you want to finish, if I recall.
I mean, if you want, I could stay since I experienced this.
She wouldn't be immensely powerful. Effectively, she'd be first level.
Since I experienced, since I have the same mark, I can stay behind and you can do the test. Or the party can go and do tasks, and I can stay watch.
It easily said that I can do the same too. But regardless, it's up to the group whether we can just all go, because it's not like it's gonna be hard to come back here if necessary.
Yeah, that's why I put it out for is we can all truck along, or we can have
somebody
stay behind.
Yeah, I will say you guys it'll take an hour to prepare your spells, rituals, eat some rations, what have you.
So then about 3 hours then.
So.
Hey, Auntie, quick question.
Mm-hmm.
My rune that the Buchanan rune, whatever. Anyway, it gives advantage on a charisma persuasion check. Can I modify it in any way that can give and or persuasion and intimidation?
I would say you would know that unlike actually casting spells, runes are they're set in stone.
Yeah, I was about to say set in stone.
No pun intended.
But Tish.
Okay. So there is no way to modify it.
Yeah, you would essentially have to find a rune that works that way.
Or make a rune, which it's going to take maybe a couple 100 years, give or take.
And that's not including researching.
That is including the researching. That's including the testing phases and all that.
Yeah.
But anyways. So, anything you guys want to do before, replace a spell or two, cast any buffs, or what have you, feel free.
All rituals.
I'm definitely spending however long to be tracing runes on people. Again, anyone with that attacks physically, I can give them more damage.
So who most you would like? There's Zerus
Maybe
and
gauntlets would be cool.
there's Zerus and then there's Muhammad as well.
I'm looking up possible spells I can replace, and I remember that the
It's a
Cthulhu
single spell in the case of Warlock.
Yeah, I was looking at. I just remember that like the Mythos Cthulhu's has some spells. And I was taking a quick gander at those because I was curious.
Because of the nature of your pact, or your pact boon, you'd have access to those spells.
Yeah.
So, what I'm gonna do is, yeah, I don't think I've got anything, so
If you want, you can ask the good Dr. Kane if he has any information on this place. I might have just not have disclosed beforehand.
I mean, I could. One of us could.
Could be you. Could be
Pick
Soltis.
one.
Could be Ashana. Could be Rahamid. Could be Hajime. Or not Hajime. Yeah, Rosewinter.
Hmm.
Could be any of us.
It could even be me. No, I'm not doing that.
The
I'm sorry.
NPC coming in.
Nah. Anyways.
Power word kill.
Power don't.
Power, can you don't?
Well, let me just ping the runes. Anyone that wants one, just say so.
I wouldn't mind becoming.
And then there's here.
I didn't realize counting just lasted as long as you concentrated. That's nice. I never looked at it too closely. I just got it for the dark vision. I guess it's proficiency too. It's quite good.
Big Pog.
Yes.
Do you want the rune traced on you?
I'm not gonna say no to becoming.
I'll take the 10 minutes to trace it on Solithus.
Hell.
All right.
And then also trace it on me.
All right.
You know, I would also like that. Okay, there's one more rune.
You just gotta find it.
One applies cold, one applies fire. If I trace on a shield and you're standing in under a light source, you get to blind people.
As funny as that would be, I don't think I have a shield.
Do you not have Force Shield? No, Force Buckler? My bad. Not
No.
Force.
No!
Then yeah.
There we go.
I
don't have rune mastery for any of these yet.
But what I do have is a gauntlet that does fire damage.
True.
Oops, all fire damage.
You know what would be funny? If it also did cold damage.
Oh.
Damn.
It requires you to concentrate on it, though.
So Rosewinter would be having to concentrate on it. But she doesn't cast any spells, so.
Yeah, I feel like she'd be concentrating on just runes in general.
Yeah.
So I will, if you want a cold rune on your fist, I can easily do that for you.
And then here comes the Icy Fist.
Just apply some icy hot to your. Just apply some icy hot.
Now starring Dante from Devil May Cry.
Oh, son of a bitch!
was too easy, okay? I'm not gonna apologize for that. Anyway, so your rituals are performed. Does nobody want to speak to Kane?
I feel like Rahamad
could.
already been like got as much information as I can over the course of the.
Unless he knows some like runes, or maybe he can start me on the master rune process.
Nah.
I'll ask if he
I
knows
did-
about any rituals.
He doesn't really know about any rituals. He's a parapsychologist.
Damn
He's not a mage.
I did, pun intended, pick his brain earlier, so I'm good.
So
And
Can Can I trace a rune on a ghost?
if they're willing, yeah.
I'll offer the Burkanan rune to him.
And that does what?
When traced on a creature, it grants that creature advantage on a single charisma persuasion check of its choosing.
Okay. He doesn't have much use for it, but he will take it in the situation where he'll need it.
And you never know when he'll have to persuade someone.
Yeah.
especially when it's persuading them to not kill themselves.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I have a plus 10 persuasion.
Let me just take a look at mine. Oh right, mine's a plus nothing.
Imagine not getting blessed by a fucking all-risen from nowhere. You're just getting 20 charisma.
Based.
Well, you see, in my case, I'm working on it.
Cough, cough,
You
charisma
really don't
caster.
need to.
In my case, I'm working on it, but the fucker I'm looking for has not shown his face yet.
Alright. Well, you perform your rituals, you do your writings, you prepare your spells for the day, you speak to people if you need to. And with that, you're ready to. So, do you guys just spend 4 hours in there or no?
What?
Unless someone's willing to stay there for when Moose wakes up, I think it would be best to wait there for her.
Oh, it's
I'm
4
willing to
hours
stay
till
there.
she. Oh,
Yeah, it's on top of the 8 hours because it's a stronger pack.
Sorry, Discord did a thing.
hello.
It's okay.
Okay, so
No, I
it's
said
gonna
was
be
I'd be willing to
another
stay
4
behind.
hours then.
There is Dr. Kane and the professor. They could keep her company.
We were able to rest here.
Yes, she'll be safe here. So you could just
This
leave
is
her.
a save room. This is a checkpoint.
Yeah.
It's literally the only safe place here.
Yo,
Yeah,
Aside
my
from
thinking
places you
is-
can find.
My thinking is, she'll be fine. He could have killed us at any point.
Especially that professor, the floating head.
Yeah.
I don't trust him. I don't trust the floating brain. He's gonna kill us in our sleep. Just watch it.
I mean, if the doctor was gonna kill us in the sleep, he would have done it by now.
well, no, because you were awake the entire time.
Yeah, but he
Sure.
could have easily taken me out.
This is an area under his control, so.
Yeah, he could have easily taken me out, and then once he took care of me, he could have taken care of you guys. And you would have.
Or the other way around.
Yeah.
But, anyways, moving on. So, do you guys just leave her here under the care of Professor Floating Headman and Dr. Kane?
Stay behind.
I mean,
She'll be weak when she wakes up. She's only comparatively.
I just think it's kind of. I think it's just kind of rude to help her and then just ditch her like that.
yeah, it's.
Well, we
Put
could.
on your face when she wakes
We
up.
can't just wait the 4 hours.
I mean, we're forgetting something. We could also just have the other one in here let her know that, hey, we went to the kitchen to deal with something. We'll be back in a bit.
We're going to the
Yeah.
arcane place.
Yeah.
Arcane.
We went
if
to
I
go
remember
and
correctly, Arcane, Arcane place, and then the kitchen.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah. Point being that we went to go deal with some shit. We'll be back We'll be back for you in a bit.
Yeah. Also, we might even get done with that before the 4 hours are up.
Exactly. And then we could easily head back and wait the rest of the time.
I mean, the professor did give us an updated map that shows us
The doctor, not the professor.
Yeah,
Okay.
with the doctor or professor, it kind of gets confusing. It's gonna happen.
With
Doctor,
The
professor, your royalty, whatever the fuck.
So the doctor, the floating ghost, updated our map to shows us the closest possible location way. So instead of spending hours in a looping corridor, it shows us the right corridors to take.
Well, no. The corridors change and shift. Basically, as long as you have the map and you know exactly what you're looking for, you should be able to find it with much more ease.
Kind of exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, essentially we got a slight form of magical mapping.
Yeah. Anyway, so who is going to be leading?
Maybe the person with the map.
Who's the person with the map? Oh yeah, Captain Rosewater. Right. Right, it's her.
Oh!
I'm gonna
I'll give
if it's an
everybody a
investigation.
healing potion, and
Okay. So
What
Sean
would
is
it
staying behind, or?
I'll stay behind, but I'll give everybody a healing potion, and I'll give
Well,
Riker and Rose Hunter a healer's kit.
if you're staying behind, then Muhammad would too.
And I
Yeah.
don't think we could do
think
this
the
with-
story would be weird. That story was definitely weird. Especially even you saw this though you didn't know the context. Or at least it was weird.
I think considering
What story?
the battle, Lord Harmon
story?
should go with them, and then Sean
The
can stay
poem
there, 'cause
of
they're
a
in the battle.
was of us. Yeah, I'll PM it to you. But yeah, so 3 out of.
I think Rahami
Sorry.
should go ahead, because they're going into a battle.
Yeah, but Muhammad also cares about moose too, so yeah. Either you come with us and actually stay as a group, or Muhammad will actually stick behind to make sure that Moose is okay and that you actually have an ally in arms too that can help defend you in case shit goes really wrong.
Yeah.
So either you're coming
Or you
with
could
us
just
or
keep
Muhammad's
the
staying
or
with
the.
you.
I
So
mean, I
it's-
appreciate, but I can handle myself.
Yeah, but
True. Fair point.
Yeah, but my concern is that you end up staying back, the rest of us all die, and then, well, what happens then?
Especially with the people who, aside from the scrolls revivify, what happens if they're dead for longer than a minute?
The only way I can
If I did my
I was just gonna say, Ashana can look after herself. Even she wants you to go.
Yeah.
if they
And also the eternal wisdom of don't split the party.
Yeah.
But
I mean, is with my
What
heart,
exactly are we doing? Splitting the
I don't
party?
think anyone
Alex?
needs to stay behind.
Sorry,
I mean, with my vital side,
it's
I
still a
can
point of we're still
watch the
splitting this
party
party no
instead,
matter
yeah.
how you want to look at it.
Alex, please.
At one
This
point
is
I
an
see
in-character decision.
Alex, please.
It's just an in-character decision.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Either way, it's their choice.
yeah, I didn't.
And forgetting that I have borrowed sight, so even if Rahami goes, I can just borrow sight and then check in on everybody.
True. The problem will be finding them, but yeah. if need be, the doctor could temporarily lend you his map, so you could find them. But nevertheless,
I also have the spell book that basically gave me teleportation, so I'm also doing that front.
all right. And slowly but surely, I'll just need the person who's leading the expedition to the Arcane Conservatory to make an investigation check with advantage due to having the map.
Okay.
Hey, okay.
You did? Okay.
I mean, I've got a 9 to investigation.
I have a 25.
The fuck?
Eidetic memory, my guy.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a spell.
it gives a
slot, yeah.
+5 or +10. Sorry, +10 to
Even without it's plus 15.
I was gonna say before we all leave, like before you all left, I could have cast Death Ward on you too. Was the other issue I was gonna bring up? Was like, yeah, it could prevent you from dying. And because we're sitting around for 4 hours, technically we get back those spell slots too.
Yeah, it'll be a short rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just stay.
Death Ward is useful, and it doesn't require concentration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll last for 8
so we
hours.
don't
So.
split the. I think so. We don't split the party. We can just do the 4 hours that we really need.
You know what? Feel free to drop a death ward on Xeris, because, hey, why not?
Yeah, I can easily sake brevity Death Ward for anyone who wants it, and like
Yeah, I can do that
stay
too, I
behind,
think.
keeping an eye on boost with Ashana.
Alright.
And I
Hey,
can do
it's
that
your
too.
boy. Other
Yeah,
person who
okay.
can heal.
True. You just don't do a lot of healing, so people tend to forget about that.
I give healing
Words of
potions
waste.
when I healer's kit. So even if you do get low, you got potions.
You at least have something. So, again, investigation from somebody who's taking point, or not taking point, leading.
I mean, as much as I hate to say it, I think I'll give the map to Solidus with that ungodly 25.
Because of the
Fucking-
ritual.
Well, so
Hell yeah.
also before y'all head out, do you want me to do a borrowed site?
What?
A borrowed sight allows her to see through your eyes, mate.
Oh
your
shit,
eyes.
you can do that.
Yeah.
Did you forget I'm a psychic character?
Yeah. Not to mention, I also have Owl that can essentially act as a pair of eyes for you guys too.
I also have dark light.
Also true. So,
Lord.
who would like... Yeah. Aforementioned possible buffs. Should have been handled beforehand, but... Yeah.
Well, it kind of
Okay.
really quickly evolved the chaos, and then we just all wanted to. I guess everyone wanted to just go
Yeah.
on with it.
Yeah. So, who wants a death ward?
I mean, I'm not
Xeris.
gonna say no.
Yeah, Xeris will take it.
Alright. Mark off a spell slot.
You did this one?
Who wants a borrowed sight? Or is willing to accept a borrowed sight temporarily?
You know what? Xeris will do it.
Alright. Noted. And with that, the investigation check.
Alright, here we go.
God,
A measly 45.
that's a nat
Nah, it's
20.
So it's easy enough. You literally turn the corner and you find the Arcane Conservatory. As you turn around, you don't see the office that you came from.
We'll just instantly teleport there.
Huh. Well, we're here. Huh. It's right there. There we are. Okay. Guess I'll walk in.
Right.
Can't go wrong.
You walk in.
I choose not to. Just for the sake of the hilarity of it, I choose not to walk in, but instead combat roll.
Dark Souls dodge roll.
Yes. Just for the stupidity of it.
I want to say I'm disappointed, but honestly, same. As you all come in your own unique ways,
special ways.
Not special, just special.
Special.
Anyways, you all go in. You see a large, kind of looks like a library, except with like several glass cases that hold things inside for display. Like small, like rather safe looking statue of Nethys hanging, or not hanging, in the middle of this place. Several bookshelves holding books. They would at least if they were all just, if they weren't all missing. And in their place appears to be mounds of rotted flesh, bones, and general unpleasantness that, yeah.
So death.
This place
Yes.
fucking sucks. Turn around and leave.
That will require,
Well,
I would say, wisdom save from those who are in there. So Rosewinter, Rahamid, Solithus, and Xeris. Xeris with advantage. Or no, sorry.
Because
Solithus normally.
Wait, I thought I stayed behind with Moose.
Yes. Sorry, my bad. Forgot about Rahamid. So,
yeah.
Solithus, yeah, and Rosewinter normally.
Yeah.
I thought the idea was as long as I'm with my companion, my
yeah,
cohort.
Yeah, then normal, then advantage. My bad.
Okay.
Wisdom save against dread.
that's
Very
pleasant.
Thank you, advantage.
And I need you to roll dread for Sasha.
Yep, I have it.
Take up on my power check. Or did anybody take up on my power check?
That's 2.
So it's DM roll, but we're just gonna accept that. And it was Xeris who accepted the borrowed site.
Yeah.
So, alrighty then. Alright. Rosewinter, you walk in. Holy shit! That's a lot of That's a lot of rotten parts. You gain 1 rank of dread.
She's queasy. She's wanting to throw up at this point. Like, holy shit! I did not expect this.
Yeah, Sasha's, this, resistance to poison, immunity to poison, she's seen worse.
Yeah. I'd imagine Xeris is like, this looks like a normal Tuesday for me.
Yeah, this you kind of went through worse.
He's been at this point. He's been through much worse.
Solithus, do you want to fail now or re-roll it in the future?
What do you mean?
Because of your patron, you can choose to re-roll any possible. Well, no, specifically with the matter of arcane means. So never mind. So yeah, Solithus, you gain 1 point of dread, or 1 rank of dread.
Yeah.
Those who have failed are now, I believe, is it spook? No, it's disturbed. My bad.
Oh, this is a normal Tuesday.
Dungeons didn't have anything this vile.
There are the objects in the display cases.
What the fuck are those objects?
You're gonna have to choose to go in further.
I will perceive to see if there's any other weird shit that might make big hurt. Investigation?
Yes, investigation.
Okay.
Do I have any I don't think I'd have any smelling salts that would block off the odor.
Sasha would just toss you a handkerchief.
Yeah, I'll just put it over my face. Like, the smell is horrible.
Yeah. Smells like freshly plucked rosemary.
Oh.
It's a bit nice. Now it smells like rotten flesh and rosemary. How wonderful. So, your investigation check. You take a look around. You don't find anything oddly at first. You walk over to the displays. They appear to be like there's like a broken sword with a hilt of some sort of not what am I saying? Yeah, a femur for the cross guard. There's a large there's a book made of you think human dwarf or half elf skin.
What? Mm-hmm.
It still looks fresh.
I would like to inquire about that. What the
All right.
fuck is that?
Do you open the display case?
Wait, what's the other
I guess I
thing?
need to. Maybe I'll wait.
I'm definitely curious about the bone weapon.
Curious about the book, but that can
And
wait
then
until
there's
the second. What's the
a
third?
key that appears to be made of tendons
Hell yeah, okay. Alright,
in a third display case.
okay.
Oh, I get it. This is his vestige choice?
Nope.
No.
No, not even close. You
I don't know what
thought.
the fuck
You
this is.
You thought.
I have no
Re-
fucking clue.
Then I definitely am curious about that bone weapon.
I want the book. Me, look at book.
Xeris will,
All right.
Xeris will take a look at the key then. He's gonna
Alright.
be careful about it though. He's gonna fucking. He ain't touching that shit directly. He's fucking mage handing it.
All right. How are we gonna open the glass cases? Do you want to just break it? Do you want to pick the lock?
I can
One
pick
is
the
more quiet
lock.
than the other.
I can attempt to pick the lock. I have these tools.
I mean, Solithus looked around. He didn't see any traps or anything, so.
No. Just,
No.
Just,
Looks relatively.
um,
Aside from like the flesh and shit, but.
Well, yeah.
If I go slow, would I have advantage?
No.
Normally, then.
you don't get
Yeah.
advantage for saying the secret word.
Not even if
Please.
you say please. No.
Damn it.
14. 14 modifier. 929. You sort of get onto like a knee and start picking these locks. They're very old and very simple. Yeah, basically, would have been DC, let's say, 11. Like a rookie could have, in training, could probably pick it. You just show off, like you just walk up, like all right, and unlock it immediately. Move to the next one, unlock it immediately. Third one, unlock it immediately.
I'm gonna hand this fucking book.
All right, as you touch the book,
I'm
the skin. Oh, sorry. Even through
the
the
book.
Yeah, as you're mage hand the book, it feels warm to the touch,
Oh god, I can feel it through mage hand.
and you feel it,
Fuck.
and you feel it's beating.
Oh.
Like a heartbeat?
Boom, boom. Yep.
Ah.
Boom, 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 boom. And you think you hear in the back of your mind. You think. But as you look around, no one's there. Or no one else other than your allies are there.
I think I hear
I don't
Rosewood.
have.
As you pick it up, oh sorry, I was gonna say as you pick it up, you think you hear howling and wailing around you, and you hear but a simple request in a pained and wheezing voice: "Take me out of here. Get me out of this place, and I will reward you."
All I can think is that this book is the freaking Nomonogus X.
Necronomicon?
Fucking Necronomicon.
No, Necronomicon in the place of mental healing? No, that's the opposite of what you want.
Mental healing? That's what this place is for? Didn't do its job good.
Yes,
That's what it's supposed to be. I'm gonna
a sanatorium.
I'm gonna insight that like
That voice.
take me out. Yeah, like is it trying to be helpful or is it like a nefarious quest?
Insight.
natural fucking 20.
Fuck.
Damn. You take a listen at it. Not malevolent. Doesn't appear to be malevolent. It appears to be more. How do I put this properly? It's pleading you to take it out, to get it out of this place.
Get me out of here. Get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Well, it's the opposite of let me in. It's let me out. Let me out.
It's desperate.
Yes, desperation. It's intent to give you a reward. Definitely sincere. Definitely sincere.
Okay. Well,
You get me out of here. I love you long time.
Your head
No.
my patron Pog.
Well,
okay. I'll
kind of yes. Also no.
Shit.
I'll put it in my bag of holding for now. Is it an actual usable weapon, or is it more
No, it
decoration?
is broken at the moment.
Okay.
Okay, I'll put it in my bag of holding and keep a tab on it.
Okay.
Alright.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
One
ask
moment.
Tanya.
Not done yet.
Never mind.
Not done yet. Zerus, as you mage hand the key, you feel it squirming in your mage hand.
That's not normal.
But no, it's not trying to get.
What?
It's not.
It's
trying
like
to
it's
get
pulling. It's not trying to get out. It's like pulling and changing its shape
Ow.
actively.
The fuck? He's
Oh.
gonna watch what the fuck this thing is doing.
It's,
this an-
it's,
Shush.
it,
Shush.
sorry.
Shush.
Do you? All right. I'd say investigation.
Oh, very pog.
Sorry. I was,
Very, very nice. 31 with a critical success. As you take a look at it, it's very similar to. You kind of think back to when you were learning, the basics of the normal mortal body. Muscles do not push; they only pull, and they change over time they tend to change their shape to accommodate to different situations. If you kind of if you had spent some time in the gym, that you would have had thick, depending on your workout routine, you probably would have had very good, thick, very strong muscle. This kind of a similar concept. This is a skeleton key, or muscle key rather, a once use item that will unlock anything.
Oh.
Metaphysical or literal.
Oh.
But
Oh!
only one. After which, you don't know. You don't know what the price may be.
so,
Yo.
an extreme.
Gonna
So that might be our exit.
gonna save that shit for later.
Alright. And yeah, so meanwhile, Solithus, you begin to, as you're holding on to this book via mage hand, it's not calling you. It's not even speaking to you. All you hear as your allies are moving things around, deciding whether they want to keep these items or not, while Sasha is keeping watch, is that beating heart. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw with advantage
Yo.
due to what this is.
Yo. Yo.
Yo.
Yo.
You listen. And you listen. And you listen. It's not just a heartbeat. It's a pattern. As you're taking a listen to it, you unknowingly open the book, and inside are pages drenched in blood. You see organ lining making up words and symbols. You see an eye, sort of depict a literal eye where a depiction of an eye would normally be. for certain rituals, blinking and staring at you. But you're not afraid. It doesn't unnerve you. You feel calm, like this is supposed to be here for you. This book was made for you, and you were made for it. The book has several rituals.
Oh, fuck.
2 first-level rituals,
Mm-hmm.
3 second-level rituals, and one 5th-level ritual of your choice from the Cthulhu Mythos book.
Oh, fuck.
However, only available to wizards.
Okay.
That,
Ah, shit.
And you also find something else in the book. You find not a ritual that, in the traditional sense that you specialize in, but a ritual of sorts that may allow you to, well, it's a bit odd. Can't quite put it into words, but in time it might prove useful. Or it might be your downfall. It all depends on the luck of the draw, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah. Is that all that's in this book?
I will PM you exactly what this book has, because you critically succeeded.
Boys.
And with that
We're getting-
high level.
We're getting spoiled by RNG again. Here we go. 30 charisma now. That'll be fun.
Let's see here.
wait.
No, nope, not even
That's
close.
a joke.
Yeah.
I doubt I'm getting that. Big doubt. 1. It's 30
Yeah.
charisma. That's a lot. Like,
Yeah,
fuck.
that really
Every
would be
stat
god
becomes
level.
30.
No, that would not be it.
The only
You
thing
wouldn't be
that's
getting
30 is like a high level, like post 20 barbarian. Not including tomes and stuff.
Or a cleric that just has tons of blessings.
Let me more permanently.
Because blessing and understanding can bring you up to 24, so you get that twice.
Yeah.
Then,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm pulling up the thing. It's being a
it's
pain in
fine.
the butt.
I'm runecrafting all day.
I'll just PM you the name of the feat.
Hold up.
Got a feat.
Well, it's one that you might be able to train for. However, it may end up.
Cause you get to go and see.
Well, suffice to say, well, that's a given. That's kind of a given with this sort of thing. But it might also give you a bit of trouble while training for it.
We'll have to know the details in order to
However, afterwards, it doesn't guarantee survival. It may end up killing you.
Woo-wee! All about that.
All right.
Hell yeah, give me death.
So,
Sweet release.
as you
The
pick
sweet
it up,
release of death.
do you just stow it away in your book, or not in your book, in your
Put
bag?
the book inside my book.
No. Do you just put it in your bag?
For now. For
Alright.
now. There's a little-
And as you look around, you see you take a step forward, you fall.
Like through the
Shit.
floor.
Like, okay.
Here's,
Ah!
and everyone else just sees Solthus out of existence.
Well,
Here
that's
we gone,
concerning.
boys.
That's a lovely sight.
Oh no, how terrible.
Oh
And
no.
Solthus, you fall. And fall.
Oh, I
And
see.
Yeah.
fall.
I see.
But nothing happens. And then you realize you're not fall.
Oh.
Oh shit. Am I in
You're
water? Where am I?
floating.
Floating. Excellent. Okay.
Not like in water, like everything
Ah.
feels weightless.
Oh boy.
You're in space.
Is this the void?
Almost clean. Yay.
You're not sure.
Oh boy.
Let's see here. And you get and you actually receive a sending message.
Fuck.
There's been specifically from your, let's see here. I just need to pull it up here because I forgot the name. Where the flying hell are you? Oh yeah, from Professor Cockaby.
Mm-hmm.
It simply says object vestiges have been War Mage vestiges have been lost. Have you seen them? If so, please report them. Also, something else has broken from Mount Kimberley.
Oh boy. No.
Alright. And as you say that, the message is sent. I actually had a roll. That was a 2, so you almost did not receive that. You begin to you see something before you. 3 things. 2 familiar, 1 definitely not familiar. Starting with the 2 familiars. 2 familiar sights. You see on some sort of like stone pedestal, covered in blood and viscera, a pair of boots, covered in brass fittings, wirings, and several crystals embedded in, you could probably assume, like the size of the soles.
Do they have fur though?
They do have some slight fur, like for comfort. You could probably assume.
Boots.
You see some familiar glasses. You were part of the not repairs, but so much as the actual like finding of this item.
Uh-huh.
And then you see a pauldron.
What the fuck?
Its iconography is disturbing to say the least. There's depictions of many mages falling before a beast. Something terrible.
You really fucked me here with the gogs and the pauldron, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, it's not gloves and pauldron, it's just a pauldron.
I'm aware. Well, no, if it were to wear gloves, they would be out of the picture instantly, because they're not taking
Yeah.
Because the goggles and
But the boots are fur-lined.
they are fur-lined, but also not really incredibly useful for what I do. The goggles and the pauldron both have incredible things to them. In and out of combat. However,
Yeah. Remember, if you choose one, you miss out on the other.
Yep. That's the thing.
A week after being notified of the choice,
It is
can't
still a
make it.
very difficult decision. Because one of them is incredible. Holy shit, they're incredible for gathering information. But the other one has some things that I don't want to specifically name. So I'm gonna have to go with the pauldron.
Alright. You go over, and as you get closer, the iconography is The imagery really doesn't help. But as you hold on to it, it is thrumming with magic of what kind you're not able to discern in that moment.
In the moment.
And you begin to hear rumblings in this weightlessness.
Oh shit, oh fuck.
The air around you feels heavy, and you smell a very unfamiliar smell. It's wet. Kind of smells like worm, like a worm, like worm bait, and acid.
Acid, worm bait, wet.
As you see this creature rumbling towards you in this shapeless, in this weightlessness, before you
What's this creature?
out of there, and you're back in the library. Everyone else sees him pop back in. Kind of like popping in a video game, for reference.
Okay, what was the thing
I will
saw? 'Cause I didn't
post the image in the Discord because if you made it a second earlier
Wait,
or
wait.
a second later
Oh,
than
hold up! I'm gonna DM you something.
Bless you.
Thank you.
bless it. No, it is not.
Okay, I would be very worried if it was. Okay. Alright.
Trust me, no, it's worse.
I don't like that. I don't like that. That
I
thing's
don't
already
like
really
that
bad. I don't like that. You know how bad that thing is, right?
What are you
What?
talking about?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
That,
Oh.
don't tell that-
Dude! I'm asking Auntie if he knows how bad the thing I DM'd him was.
I am fully aware.
Okay.
It was worse.
This is what you. Yeah, this is. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll just post in the group chat. Give me a moment. Yeah, and Sale is a beautiful boy, girl, whatever,
It.
right there.
Oh,
Okay, it's one of those. Alright, okay, so it's not as bad. It's still pretty bad, though.
just a
But I know what it
cute
is.
little thing.
What did Solithus know what that is, rather?
Arcana with disadvantage.
Disadvantage, okay, a melee plus 25. Okay, 30.
Yeah, you have no fucking clue what the hell this is.
Okay. People aren't supposed to know about those, then okay. Good to know.
Not so much of that is just. Probably assume that since you don't know about it, nobody's lived long enough to tell the tale.
Okay. Got it.
So that creature
Internal
was
and
essentially
external screen.
approaching you in the void.
Tunneling, yeah. Yep, basically.
Okay.
But not the void.
It's just death.
It's not the void, apparently. Like, what was the surroundings look like? Was it like starry, whitish, sort of?
Nope, it was just black.
Okay, so it was
Just
okay.
black and
Not
floating.
quite the void, but
You're just black and floating.
okay.
I guess you can call it the ethereal void.
I don't know about that one.
Nah, it's not the aether. It's not the aether.
You see, if
It's
it's
not
the
the ethereal
ethereal,
realm.
it wouldn't look like that. It looked
Also,
worse.
he'd be standing on something. So no,
Okay,
it's very distinct.
going back to in character. Okay, I found the vestiges.
Wait, the vestiges were gone?
Apparently something else got out of the college. I think I saw it. Maybe. I'm gonna send a sending. I guess I'll roll the d20. Well, first a d6. And then a d20.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you would roll it either way.
No, it's fine. I'd say
Okay.
you could roll it.
Okay.
Just a character
I'll
wouldn't know if
send
it would send.
I'll send the. I'm pretty sure it's the gnome professor. I found the vestiges. Something was coming at me. I took one of them. A Polish looking one. I hope you don't mind.
Alright. A moment passes. And for a moment you think, oh, he's probably not going to respond. He's probably busy. And then you hear, that was the thing that got out.
Oh, fuck.
Oh. Wait, is he referring to the pauldron itself being the thing that got out?
Nope.
Or okay.
Solthus will
I
say, okay, this is not the thing that got out.
I think that got higher than a 30.
The pauldron. No, sorry, I probably should have cleared it up. The pauldron was the thing that got out.
Oh, it was.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
And-
Okay, I have it now.
So it's
Yeah.
like potato.
So, do you check the pauldron?
Sure.
It's really, really disturbing imagery. A lot of weird. You think pearls? They're kind of slimy, though. It's probably not normal.
Okay. Slimy. Alright.
I'd say roll nature or medicine.
Nature or medicine? Well, my nature's a plus 13, my medicine's a plus 7. Bip. Pog.
Yeah, that feels like touching an eyeball.
Okay, that's unpleasant.
Specifically a halfling eyeball.
Why
Very
is it
different
halfling?
consistency.
Why
Like
does
a
it have to
20.
be halfling? Ugh.
Such as this, I beg your pardon.
Who?
Sasha.
I don't know if
Yuan
she's a
Ti
half- I thought she's a
lady.
Yuan Ti.
Yeah, she's. It's a weird thing to say. What you said. Probably not to you, but to a normal person, yeah.
Ugh. Okay. I'm assuming it takes standard time to attune to this.
Yep, standard time.
Fuck.
This is a library, right?
This is library, yes.
Heavy quotations library.
Yeah, there's
there's
like
a lot.
Library of flesh and blood.
Would they have? I want to look around this library for anything that has to do with runes or like any sort of experiments that has to do with runes, poisons, herbs, or anything I'd be interested in, such as that.
investigation.
Okay, I'll be back. If nothing happens, assume I'm doing it.
Okay.
I was also gonna say, because I have my owl with them, if there's any books I would interest Muhammad, I would have I'll keep an eye out too. So.
Oh, Rahamad's not there yet.
Well, no, I said I'd keep.
Oh, right, the owl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Forgot about that.
And because
So?
I'm waiting around 4 hours, might as well just keep eyes through.
And since you're looking through familiar, there's like a bit of a sensor, so you don't see everything there.
Yeah.
It's kind of like blurred out, like a.
Like a parental filter.
Yeah, parental filter.
Yeah, but at the very
'Cause,
least, I'll see if I can roll investigation and see if the owl spots anything, or AKI. What you know what I mean.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Investigation using your skill because you're actively looking through your owl familiar.
That's
All right, and it would be with advantage.
Oh, that's 20.
It would be with advantage because of the owl's ability. That only applies. I'll just say it applies to investigation checks because
Being nice, got it.
no owl sight probably apply. The sight bonus would apply
Yeah,
to
it would.
anything involving sight
Yeah, keen sight.
reasonably so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. And anything Zers would like to do?
Let's see. Other than shit, he's. So, here's the thing about him, right? In his adventures with his old crew, they had a few they had several admittedly close calls,
A
but
lot of close calls, especially in that dungeon in Mount Camberley.
oh hell yeah, no, fucking their initiation was all of them almost died, but
Yeah. But
Yeah.
to be fair, that's pretty consistent with everyone else's thing.
yeah,
Everyone
no,
else's experience.
all of them almost died. They were one of the teams who made it pretty close to furthest even.
Yeah.
Mind you, but all that being said, he has absolutely no fucking idea what the hell is going on anymore.
Yeah, that's reasonable. You just saw your brother pop in and pop out of existence for a second and then pop back in.
Is there an action that I
pauldron.
can do that is be confused as fuck?
Dodge.
I'm gonna go with that.
No, that's be confusing, not be confused.
Okay. My bad. Yeah. It's my bad.
Yeah, so is there some form of action I can do that would allow me to be utterly confused?
Just be confused.
Seize your free action.
Excellent.
I'm confused.
Wait, no. Would this have anything to do with bonus action cry?
Yes.
No.
Yes,
That's
it would.
separate. You just say your character's
Bonus
confused.
action cry.
I mean, if you want to roll for confusion intelligence check,
No. I'm bringing the goods. No, just no.
You could probably
We'll just say that, yeah.
You could probably roll something to try to rationalize it.
Wisdom save with disadvantage due to this being rationalizing the irrational. Am I saying irrational?
I mean,
no, irrational.
Here's the thing: it's not that he would try to rationalize it. It's that face of just stand there, blink for a couple seconds, and just pretty much blurt out, "Okay, what the fuck did I just see?"
Oh, you blue screened.
Yeah, you kind of blue screens for a second there. Just
He's
like
buffering.
The AOL dial-up sound plays in your mind.
He's buffering. He's buffering.
yeah.
Got the beach ball of death.
Yeah, because I'm fucking blue screening on this as both a player and the character.
Yeah, that's a reasonable assumption. Like, wait, what just happened? Welcome to the life of a high-level adventurer. A lot of things are going to confuse you. There are support groups, but they don't help much.
Yeah, no.
Well, that being said, is there anything you'd like to do as this is happening?
Other than very carefully stow the fucking key away, no.
As you do, it sculptures inside your pocket, of course, obviously.
Oh god, it's moving.
Yeah, it's not moving, it's just, you feel like pulling and shifting and change. And
oh no.
it's like having, how to put this, it's like having a worm in your pocket.
Oh
like
god, this feels weird.
That's very weird.
Are you happy to see me, or is that just a worm in your
oh
pocket?
god damn it!
Cease. Anyways, so while this is happening,
That's a question.
what was it? Yes?
It was, can I do a similar thing to Val, and since I'm looking through Xeris' eyes, could I see if there's anything interesting in the library?
Sure.
Yeah. If you do find anything, feel free to fucking contact him telepathically.
Alright, make an investigation check with
Alrighty.
normally.
Alright.
Because this is very weird.
This is odd, to say the least.
Oops, I'm using
That's
Unlucky
a
on that one.
natural. Yeah, that's a natural one.
I'm using Unlucky on that one.
Okay.
Hey,
Wow, okay.
holy
Like,
shit!
Tony just denies you. Jeez.
Well,
You want
I
to use
have
your once per
3
session
lucky-
reroll?
I have
Well,
3
I'll just say
lucky.
you can. I'll just say this. Well, for any roll, you can only use one lucky roll,
Yeah.
but you can
I'll
use your
use
once per
mine.
session reroll if you
Reroll.
wish. Okay.
What?
What?
Hang on!
Trips.
I gotta fucking...
Trips.
what's the...
It's
Trips.
recorded.
What's the-
It is recorded now.
Hold on, I gotta fucking screenshot this and send it to Armored, holy shit!
What?
The dice god just said "fuck you." You're taking this.
No, it smacked it
Fuck
in your
you,
hand
dice
once. You
god,
picked
I'm
it
a
back up.
cleric.
It smacked it out of your hand again, and you're like, no, one last time. It's like, no.
It's, well, these things happen. You look around, good. You look around, by the gods, that is a lot of rotted flesh. I'm going to need you to make a wisdom save against that. What you see.
Normally?
For her, normally.
Okay.
Alright,
For
hopefully.
some.
I just.
Okay, that.
Alright.
Not in that one this
It's
time.
creepy as hell. But, I mean, it's not moving, so there's that at least.
Jeez.
I mean, there's a lot of it, but it's not that bad. At least it's all dead. Yeah.
That's from.
Yeah, at least it's all
Beth
dead.
say. Tell Beth could just be like, text in the classroom, just be like, can I move your computer screen a bit? I can't see it. I can't see it.
Yeah. I mean, he's halfway looking around the room just to see if
Basically-
anything will fucking jump out at him or anything.
Basically, a tall guy just sat in front of me in the movie theater. I'm like, huh.
Down in
Basically. Oh god, I've been that person.
Alright.
Anyways,
So.
so regarding the
There's an entire
Yeah.
theater. You had to sit in front of me.
Yeah. Anyways, as that's happening, Rosewinter, I'm assuming like you use your weapon to like move some flesh and some bones off to the side a wee bit, just so that we can, you don't have to touch any of that touch any of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, no, there's never even a fucking tome here. What books are there? Well, they've been kind of drenched in a lot of viscera and blood. It's a bit of a mess. You do find like a weird newspaper clipping.
Oh.
It's about 40. It's not 40 years. Yeah, about 40. It's about 50 years ago. About when the. Yeah, it's about when the sanatorium was closed down. Asked.
Yeah.
Do you read it?
Yeah.
All right. It reads. It reads. The headline is mass suicide in dilapidated sanatorium. No survivors. And as you look at it, even in the small picture, you think you see faint outlines of faces and hanging corpses from the windows. Rather of this drawing, which is odd, because that's generally not accepted in most journals, most newspapers. That's pretty sus, as the kids would say nowadays.
That's us.
You're really weirded out by this. You don't know why.
So this was 50 years ago. Mass suicide. Does it say
No
who?
survivors.
When it says no survivors, does that mean faculty and residents?
It specifically said in dilapidated and shut down sanatorium. So it was after the place was shut down. It does. The small clipping does go on, but without the rest, you're just left with what you got.
Is there any way to find the...
Basically, a bunch of over 90% of the residents who occupied that building were there and did the deed.
Okay. So my question is, is there any way, shape, or form I can find the rest of this clipping?
Another investigation check. That'll take another hour.
Oh, I was about to.
Yeah.
I was also about to say what did my 25 while you're thinking
Yeah,
about that.
I was about to get to that.
Yeah.
So Rosewinter, or so no Rosewinter, Rahamid, through the eyes of your little owl, you actually find some very very odd bones. Not in that they're very oddly shaped. It's just that you notice small engravings in them, nicks that you think make out formula,
Huh.
some sort of formula.
I'll grab it and see if I can inspect it closer while I guess they're still searching through the library.
Mm-hmm. They appear to be rituals embedded in the bones.
Like what he does with
Perception?
his skull.
Basically, yes.
What check would to know to identify these markings?
I'd say because of you being a warlock, you would immediately be able to tell upon looking at them.
Oh,
So
okay.
bear with me now. I just need to pull it up.
Fair enough.
I just need to pull them up. Just, Roll20 is taking its sweet time. Who's eating chips? Mas, is that you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Alright, it's just Alex, my bad. Usually it's you eating chips.
I wasn't eating nothing. I finished eating a while ago.
Well, let's see here. Great. There's an error. My bad, just gonna try it again.
Oh.
Anyways, I'll just PM you the rituals. They only make 2. The bones in total make out 2 rituals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, 2 rituals. That's.
I'll say one of them is contact otherworldly. Was it other plane?
Contact
Let me pull it up.
otherworldly being.
Oh, is it in the Cthulhu's Mythos book?
Nope, it is PHP.
Ah, okay.
Contact other being.
I'm pulling it up right now. Contact other plane. Yeah, it is a 5th level ritual. Probably find it in the Roll20 Compendium. Definitely, very, very, very nice. And you also find a very peculiar ritual that you're somehow able to decipher. I just need to pull it up. Gosh darn it. Roll20 Drive. Being too difficult. Meh. Forgive me, it's just... There we go. There we go. Okay.
Oh yeah, I see it now. Contact other plane.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's a very nice ritual.
That's important.
And the next ritual, let's see here. Art thou. Except you think, let's see here, where the... Gosh darn it.
I mean, it's situationally useful, like, because it's like you either get a yes, no, maybe, never, irrelevant, or unclear. But
Yeah.
speak with death is more useful.
True, but there might be something specifically that your patron might know that you may not know in that moment. And even where communing may take too much time. It's like a quick answer.
Yeah.
If you succeed the save, you get it for free, relatively. Yeah, I can't. Yeah. Oh, actually, oh, never mind. It is not a ritual, it's a formula. Let's see here. Yep. Let me just PM that to you, as I think you might find this very interesting. Oh, come now. Come on, stop. Stop it, Discord. Stop.
But
No.
it doesn't want to.
Bad Discord.
Ban Discord. Ban.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. Good. Again, forgive me. It's... Yeah.
It's just lag. Yeah.
Great and terrible lag, yes. I will just say outright, this is from the Cthulhu Mythos book. So, let's see. It's... Yeah.
Being
Gosh
a
darn it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to send it to you in segments.
Yeah, because I noticed that be a problem whenever you try to copy something from a PDF. It breaks up
Yeah,
very weird.
Well, it's just that this is very wordy, so...
Oh, call savior of other gods. Okay.
Servitor of the outer gods.
Yeah, savior. Jesus, 20 hours.
Yes, but it's very... Being is extremely powerful. But could end up hurting you severely. That's what I like with these spells here. They're like spells in Call of Cthulhu where it's a trade-off. Yeah, sure, these are really powerful, but it's gonna cost you a lot. It's gonna cost you a lot just to cast even one of these.
Yeah, but not mention I'd have to make a text copy of the spell too in order to be able to cast
True.
it every time. Not to mention the fresh blood of 8 medium creatures or 2 large creatures, which the spell consumes every time you do it. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, rich animal sacrifice is not uncommon. It's not an uncommon practice. Or at least in your character's experience. It's done to maintain good relations with certain beings and gods.
Wouldn't that be
Especially
more
gods.
attuned to Asmodeic like gods than Egyptians?
Not necessarily. Not always. Asmodeus, yeah, he has his sacrifices for animal sacrifices, but so does, let's see here. So does Thor, so does Tyr, so does even Iamid. Though hers is more less literal, more like symbolic. Like, setting free a creature or something of the sort. But it is technically considered a form of sacrifice. The Tyr, it's like killing a bear in unarmed and things like that in order to maintain. Yeah,
It doesn't.
it's like honorable.
Yeah. Well, I'm also noticing that there's oh, it's instantaneous. So when this happens, but how long does it actually stay around if you're at a summon something that?
Unless otherwise stated, it stays there
Okay.
permanently.
The cast time shortened to an hour.
Feel free to just familiarize yourself with that. So, look at it in another window, so it doesn't spoil it for anyone else. So, let's see.
Oh no, where I always open up another window, so I'm only recording
so
the map.
Solithus.
Yes, hello.
what are you? So as you're like there on the ground, looking at this thing, are you attuning to it?
If we got the time, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people are already like looking around and stuff.
Alright, then I'll start attuning to this thing because it could be useful.
Yeah.
All right,
Attuning to the ring. Big F.
all right.
Also noted.
I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Woo-wee! Yeah, that's pretty good.
All right, you feel some presence try to overwhelm you as you strap it on and just sit and try to attune to it basically. And as you do, you notice like a strange trembling in your primary casting hand. Which one is that? Left or right?
Right, because he writes with his left hand.
Okay. You look at your right hand and it sloughs off as if from the wrist down it just decays. But as you regain your control through your own sheer sense of will, you manage to shove away these horrendous images, and then on your hand, on your palm, you see an eye. Not unlike from that creature you just barely somehow escaped from, but smaller, about the size of a baseball, staring right at you.
Poke it.
Feels like stone. Less like it feels less like stone. It's cold and smooth to the touch. It'd be more accurate to describe it as more like a pearl in texture. It's also dry, so. It appears to be like almost embedded in your gauntlets. Rather, sorry, your gauntlet. You do know that, and as you fully attune to it, you are now aware of its effects.
Alright. That's a lot.
And the rust and corrosive damage on the pauldron begins to shed, and you see a matte black pauldron with silver inlay of a
what?
Of the aforementioned depictions, and it's a bit clearer. The eye does not look like that creature that you escaped from. The creature there doesn't quite look like the creature in that depiction, but it's in no way any less pleasant.
What?
Okay.
Just flavoring how its form changes as it progresses. Anyways,
No, that's fine.
so
I'm just looking at the Call of Surveyor, whatever, like, that spell, and I'm just like, I'm trying to understand it.
it's fine. There's also rules for formulas as well, or special rules. Which are odd, but they're coherent.
Yeah, what do I, with the 21, do I find the other piece of the newspaper?
With the 21, no. You comb through the viscera and everything. Yeah, you can't seem to find it.
She will point this out, take it to the rest of the party, after she's, done as much searching as she can. Be like, I found this clipping while I was just searching around. There was apparently a mass suicide of people who were living here after it was cordoned off.
I suppose it's not out of the picture. We saw one happen.
Hey, Auntie.
Not happen, but.
Mm-hmm.
If she tells theirs, wouldn't that technically be telepathically communicating to me?
Yep, you would receive
Yep.
this piece of information,
I
and
don't know.
so would Muhammad through his owl.
I don't know if someone doodled on it, but there's there's depictions in the newspaper of hangings. She kind of shows it.
All right, who do you hand it to?
I'll hand it to Solithus first.
All right, solve this. History check.
History. Pog.
28. As you take a look at it, about this time that this would have been printed, the printing press, I mean, it was used, but not by this specific paper, which still exists to this day. However, they usually took it up with mages to, draw these out, and artists and bards and the such, hand drawing them. But that also means that this was intentional, which means that is definitely there. And you think you see them moving slightly.
Wait,
Hold up.
For a brief moment.
that's not right.
Okay, is it within the 20 feet, or is this like just see standardly?
You're just standard seeing.
Okay.
You think it's moving, like the corpses are like
Sway-
waving.
like swaying
Swaying.
in the wind.
Yeah.
Like in the paper.
Yes.
Okay. I believe this might be magical in nature, at least somewhat in its creation. Or it's something else that's doing that, because currently to me these are swinging, as I will turn it around to show the image.
Rosewinter, as you take a look at it, you didn't notice it quite before. I mean, you're mostly like kind of just reading the text. But yeah.
This
I
is
didn't notice.
top of college.
I didn't notice that before. Can you actually feel like magic on it?
Do I?
No.
No.
Nothing.
No.
Huh.
Might be an ambient effect of this place.
You could hand it to Xeris. He is able to see weird things.
You need to specialize.
Alright, what do my special eyes see?
You see, as same effect, similar everything. I mean, but you also see, you'll see. Wait, they didn't even mention the hand, like the moving figures behind there, and the glowing red dots where the eyes would be. You get that weird feeling, just like with that door. They could probably touch it.
But the question is, should I?
Yes.
I don't know about that one.
Now, first things first, he is going to relay everything he's seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's weird. That's really weird. And I'll just say, Alex, would you have your familiar take a look as well? Alex?
Well,
Would Muhammad have his familiar take a look as well, like perching on his shoulder?
if it would help get more information, sure.
You see the same effect that Rosewinter and Solithus mentioned, not what Xeris is mentioning. But you could probably assume you have to be there in order to properly see the thing, since you're owl. Yeah.
Okay, so the owl is essentially working as actually seeing things for kind of what they are.
Wait.
But
Yeah. It doesn't have your special eyes effect. Not your brand. Doesn't have your brand.
My brand.
My brand.
Well, this actually
God.
might be useful because essentially it can work as double vision for me. Essentially, being like, compared
Yeah.
to like I'm underneath this effect, but the owl isn't, so I can be like, what do I see? What does the owl see?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is actually useful information. In the future,
And Shauna, you'd see the same effect, but actually, you do see exactly what he's saying. Because you're seeing through his eyes.
Yeah, no, because you're seeing through Xeris' eyes.
Yeah, I'm
I
seeing
just realized something.
Xeris' eyes, so maybe. I think at most I'm just giving Xeris advantage. Just like.
Yeah.
Did I roll Tanya?
You never had
No.
Tanya come out? You had
We've been
a
out
stored
this
away
entire
Tanya.
I don't think I had her roll this.
Oh, then roll
save.
for Tanya. The old
I
wisdom
don't know what
save.
the save is. Wisdom? Okay.
There's a wisdom.
Tanya.
I remember.
Where's her sheet?
Pepperidge Farm
There it
members.
Like, I mean way back when we entered this place. I don't know
Exactly.
where I had that. Okay,
I
yeah.
thought it was just
Pog,
chilling.
I mean,
wisdom,
we can
bit,
check the recording.
Pog.
Yeah, that she sees it. She sees things weirdly.
Okay. She's going crazy. Tanya's going crazy. Okay.
Yes, the mystical owl, fox, pipe
What
fox is
What
seeing
does
shit.
the fox say?
God.
Fox says that I'm tripping balls.
It's not the first time that's happened.
Not literally, no.
Alright, so with that little bit of information, do you guys want to keep searching in this library to see if we find anything else, or?
I'm not
I'll just say that you've basically combed over everything.
I mean, out of character, I'd like to look at something. Considering I got 3 nat 1s.
Alright. I'm sorry.
It has.
This is just how this is. Roll20 decided, you were rolling really well for a long time.
So
It's like,
everything-
nah, triple nat ones.
I remember when you got like 3 25s for the last 3 sessions. Just nat 1s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fate is a cruel mistress. And
Okay.
Roll20 even worse.
But I would like to try again. But if you want to move on, we can move on.
Yeah, I do have a story about one of my instances of that sort of thing, but I'll wait until after the game to tell it. Yeah.
So, what's the decision? Go back,
Moving on.
go out,
Gonna do it.
move on,
Double check.
and go to the
I mean,
cafeteria.
you said
or not
it
cafeteria,
was.
the kitchen.
You said this place was completely searched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, Auntie, you know how you said the rituals in that book? You know, it's only wizard from the thing? There's only one
Mhm.
first level ritual.
Then you can
And
choose.
Not second. There's no second level rituals for wizard.
Really? Really?
Well,
Well, let's say spell one. If you can't pick up a ritual, then you can learn one of those spells,
Oh shit.
or you have access to one of those spells.
Okay. I'll take that trade.
yeah. But most likely, if I was at you, there add in one of those spells, because they're both rituals, and I can technically add them in with my skull. But downside is I have no idea how that Cthulhu's formula shit works.
It's really fucky. But anyways,
Don't worry about it.
so you managed to. So what's the group's decision? Move on. Go back to the. You know where? To the main office, to the office, or to Professor. Not Professor. Yeah, Dr. King's office, or
I
go
mean,
to the kitchen.
I don't know if I want to go to the kitchen without those two.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah,
Because we don't know how powerful that thing could be, so that's malevolent. I don't know if I know about them.
yeah, Xeris will... Just before we leave, Xeris will fucking take a look around because he knows his eyes are apparently fucking special. So,
My eyes!
my brand.
my brand!
That advertisement was absurd. So investigation
It was the
Yep.
best advertisement I've ever made.
with advantage with
And also,
GTV having the man. Okay.
Yep.
Alright.
So
Holy shit.
19.
That's pretty good.
You make your way back. It takes about 10 minutes. You pass by
Those-
screams and of ag. Oh,
I can reroll. I can roll again. I can roll also, right?
Apologies if I'm mistaken, but
only-
I thought he
only
was
him.
looking
Yeah,
throughout
because
the
he's
library,
holding the map and
not-
leading, essentially.
Okay.
yes.
I
He's
thought
the
he
one.
was
He's the
looking-
one.
I thought he was looking through the
I-
library.
Yeah, he's done.
I could be
he's
mistaken.
been fucking run through the library.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought
I'm-
he was using his special eyes to see if he sees anything differently in the library.
And because I'm seeing through.
Oh, with the
it,
library. Well, aside from that little thing, nothing else.
Hmm.
I would have made it noticeable.
Okay.
Actually, hold on, I forgot. Did you look up at the ceiling?
Well, I mean,
I assume
I
that.
figured that'd be lumped into it.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
always lumped into him.
Yeah,
no.
Isn't it?
I don't
Is-
think anybody-
Okay, well the ceiling's completely fine. You don't see anything weird.
Is
I want
there
to
the
insert
word
the
gullible?
ceiling.
God
I
damn.
don't believe
Is there the word gullible written on it?
Nah, no. Roll if you want to insect the ceiling. Go ahead.
Inside
it.
the
Fuck
ceiling.
yeah. Here
The
we go.
ceiling's lying.
21.
The ceiling. The ceiling's a lot. No, it's
The ceiling's
No.
kind of sus.
Alright.
The best insight I've ever
no.
rolled.
The ceiling is composed of ceiling. Yes.
Of course. The ceiling's made of ceiling.
Fireball the ceiling.
Anyway.
Anyways, moving
Okay.
on. You
There's anything else.
eventually, so with the investigation check, I take it you want to go back to the good doctor's office.
I mean, unless anybody else has anything to do, yeah.
Everyone has
Uh,
the weird flashy things, yes.
Yeah, I
Okay,
want
I
to
want to
talk.
take a sample. I want to take a sample of the flesh.
Okay.
Do have identify if y'all want me to look through what she acquired.
True. That is possible.
Yeah.
So, but for the sake of expediency, with a 19, it takes you about like 15 minutes. You end up hearing like the howls and wailing, the sounds of bones shattering.
And a random dog barking.
Yes, and a dog barking. You didn't realize. Oh, there are dogs here. Wait, there are dogs. Oh no, there are dogs here.
Why are the dogs here?
Why are there dogs?
I had to
Where's
make the,
Smith? Where's Burns?
Alright,
I'm going to pet the dog.
I had to make the bad joke because someone's mic was picking up the dog barking.
What kind of
Rob-
dogs are there?
It was,
Sounds very big
Oh, fuck.
You
Oh,
just
not
got big
again!
dog.
and very angry.
Right, you remember the dog, right? I remember the dog. Very squat.
What dog?
Don't worry about it. Don't
No,
worry about the
Don't
dog.
worry about it.
I love how you're both crying and saying don't worry about it. Just like
It doesn't help. Anyways, you make your way back. It's
He
He's
knows we're talking
crying about it. It makes me worry about it.
you make your way back, and you're fine for the most part.
You
Yeah.
feel
The only thing that isn't fine is that, like, yeah, some of them are a little bit bloody because they had to comb through some stuff, and also Solthis' bag is something's moving in Solthis' bag, and something is moving in Zer's pocket.
What the fuck?
yeah, I would assume Rahman would be aware of this after with looking through the wild.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
I hope
Now
everyone's
he
aware of
is. Didn't see it. What was the owl? Well, the owl was there.
Oh okay. Oh okay.
Yeah, and the child was
Fair.
watching
Special
the
eye.
stuff.
Fair enough.
it. What the fuck is moving inside the bag?
Do you pull it out?
I see it quiet.
Whip it out.
You try it. You think grabbing whatever's moving. You don't pull anything out. You have to pull each individual out. Okay, the book, the bag stops squirming.
Okay, it's the book.
It's not doing anything weird. It's just causing it to squirm a little bit.
I don't like that. Why are you like
We
this?
will-
I will ask the book why are you like this.
Because Daddy never loved me. No, he doesn't say that.
fuck.
God.
Kid doesn't say that. No.
God.
The internet has ruined me with that word,
What?
Daddy.
Oh yeah, that's. Very
Daddy?
Because father never loved me. No.
All I can think
It
of
doesn't
whenever
respond.
you say that is because of the freaking Awesome Powers 3 song.
I wasn't
Father.
there.
No, it doesn't respond. The book is composed of book and skin and flesh
I don't think
and
it's just
blood
book.
and
The
entrails.
book is
I
It's
think
a
it's
little more than
the
just
book.
book. There's a little
it's
bit.
more than book. It's death.
And also veins. You didn't notice that. Also
red
veins.
veins,
Vessels?
just made out of liquid.
No, veins. Like
Just
veins on your wrist.
No
Yeah,
vessels.
red veins.
Like I
Okay.
said,
Just
it's the
liquid.
book from the Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Kind of, but no.
This thing only got veins, ain't got vessels. I don't remember which one of those pushes or pulls blood.
Anyways, you make your way back. Do you decide to do anything?
I want to talk to the to the doctor, spooky ethereal man, about the mass suicide.
Yeah. I think it was after the aftermath. I was there in the aftermath. That was when I woke up and everything was as it is. And it is as it was.
Would you think that was the catalyst? While we were in the arcane library, the research area,
If it's
gas.
dark matter. Oh, sorry, after you.
It was ghastly sight. Bodies, corpses, entrails, everything all over. Just thinking about it makes me want to lose my food. But
Yes, I visited it when it was just there. It was clean and empty. And then it got worse.
She hands him the article stub.
Alright, he takes a look.
I found this in the library.
He then flips out some reading glasses. It was just a bit weird, like this corpse, floating spiritual corpse thing is flips out reading glasses. It's missing one eye, so it's kind of weird. Anyways, he takes a look at it and, oh my, that is interesting. Who are those people? Standing in the front of the building. As he flips it over to you, there's no one standing there.
Dude.
I don't see the people there.
No one else saw.
So, not even the people who have the special eyes see it. Okay.
Well, if you do, well, he'll show it to you. Everyone else, you see this, yes? And the professor just says, "What are you talking about now?" You see moving pictures, and as he shows it to you, you vaguely see it. It's kind of almost like it's faded. If you want, you can roll an Arcana. Or Arcana or Religion, my bad.
Him?
Yeah. Yes.
Arcana or
okay.
Religion, they're both the same. Let's go with Arcana.
Alright.
25.
25. You think for a moment, and you look at this. You look at Professor Kane, or Dr. Kane. He's not a teacher. And you sort of put two and two together. Likely because you're not undead, but you're also not you're kind of in between undeath and living.
Yeah.
So you're only vaguely able to see it. He is fully undead. He is very clearly able to see it.
Oh, so after realizing that, I'll make mention and be like, "Huh, it's an image only the dead can see."
Oh, and you see them vaguely. They appear to be some sort of hooded figures clad in plate mail.
Could I identify the hooded creatures enough to where I know who they are?
There are iconography. There is iconography.
Alright, so what check to recognize the iconography?
A religion check.
All right.
Definitely religion.
Come on. 21. Ain't too bad.
Alright. You recognize a symbol. Orcus.
Orcus.
Fuck.
The demon lord of the abyss. Often associated with, get this, necromancy. Yay! Specifically the undead, but yeah.
Isn't like all forms of necromancy go through him?
And he gets a little bit of power whenever somebody casts any form of necromancy. Yes. Even when it comes to spells like Revivify or Raise Dead. Or Resurrection, True Resurrection, Orcus gets a little bit of power, and since it's more often used, Orcus is quite powerful.
Yeah.
Is it like
Yeah.
is it like a 1% increase or so, like very minimal?
It's like a 0.25% increase, but with how frequently people cast Revivifies and things
how,
like that.
Yeah, and how often.
And
spell
Resh
like-
existing.
Yes. He's quite powerful.
Resh does a
And
lot.
surprisingly, he's quite content in his place.
Yeah.
He doesn't really do anything nowadays.
He literally sits back in his lazy chair and just watches everything goes on, just like, yep, this is easy.
Yep, just easy farming. It's not even one of those clicking games.
Yep, don't try to take over the Union, because then everyone might just ban Necromancer, and that's no good.
Yeah, and Resh is kind of doing, it's helping him feed daily. So yeah, he, chaotic evil, not chaotic stupid. He's quite cunning and quite intelligent.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
But
he's a
anyways.
fucking demon lord.
Yeah, of necromancy. But moving on.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're able to discern that.
Yeah. So
Probably assume this is like cult shit.
Yeah. So I'll make mention to that to the group. I mean, like, it's definitely interesting that this cult would be involved with this.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's certainly an unpleasant group.
Yeah. So, how much longer until Moose leaks up? This is the whole question.
About at this point, 2 more hours,
Paul.
which you can relax a bit. If you want to take a short rest to get rid of like 2 ranks of of dread, then that's doable.
Yeah.
I have
I'll-
a twin scribe. Actually, no, I don't.
I'll definitely take the short rest to get rid of my dread.
Yeah. If we're definitely
Same.
doing an official short rest, I'm definitely just, for the sake of brevity, whoever hasn't gotten Death Ward on them, I'll just give it to them, just seeing how it's going to be for 8 hours. So that's a good amount of time.
Yeah, it's good insurance. It's a good life insurance policy.
Yeah.
Death Ward was pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, you get in a car crash, you die, then you're brought back because of Death Ward. How
Evil
wonderful.
bugs are like the primary thing for healers.
Yeah.
If we're down, just fucking get them up. Easy.
Yeah. Anyway, so over the course of the 2 hours, you see as Moose rumbles awake.
By the way, I do want to cast
Head hurty.
Just,
That's
How hurty?
Feels like big hammer bashing my skull out.
Got a
No.
painkiller.
In, out.
Would a painkiller help?
that is normal.
A painkiller would not help in this situation. It's the only thing that can help is time, and time here is, it's not nice.
Okay.
It's fine. Just kneeling, have just a hand on the shoulder, and like that's all right. Good time, it'll get better.
Sort of looks to you, Ashan, and you sort of, as she gets up, sort of leans to you and says, I know about you, the guy you talked about. They're actually really nice. Really sad, though.
Yeah, they are sad, but they are really nice. I'm glad they chose.
I know, right? But anyways, I think I kind of learned some things. I'm just... Yeah, I think I can make use of this stuff.
Well, that's great to hear.
I learned how to blind people with even more powerful pocket sand.
sweet. sweet.
Oh, that's nice.
But it's magical.
Oh,
So,
man.
yeah.
Pocket sand!
It's basically color spray and hex.
Color spray.
color spray and hex, man.
Yeah, color spray is pretty useful in situations.
I don't know about that one.
Well, it's good for blinding, unless the creature's immune.
While we were asleep.
I mean, she is practically a level 1 character.
Oh, those were her spell choices. She made them.
That's a mistake.
Yeah.
Again, this is
Oh.
Andy choosing what the character would choose, so we do.
Yeah. Blinding someone, definitely something in her repertoire that she would love.
I mean, yeah.
Say
Yeah,
what?
anyways.
Freaking fireball?
I mean,
So, anyways.
yeah.
She's she's are you okay, Matt?
I'm fine.
Are you stretching?
Yeah.
Good. Stretching is good. Stretching is very good.
Ugh.
So now she's
Oh.
awake and I guess still like slightly recovering. Just I guess if she wants, we could sit around a little bit until her headache goes away.
No, she's ready to go. She's just
Okay.
she's ready to tough it out.
By the way,
She's looking a lot more confident now,
Okay.
or slightly more confident.
During the rest, I'd like to identify the things.
There's me
Alright.
me and Sylvia are gonna split identify.
Well, it'll
Just
just
that.
take me 3 minutes, and I can
Yeah.
Well,
detect
mine will
those
take me
curses.
1 minute.
I didn't even know if it's curses.
Yeah, mine will take me 1 minute just
Yeah,
to
mine's like me
identify.
as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
If
So you both identify. I'll just elaborate. So, who's going to be taking the sword and who's going to be taking the key?
I'm
Who's going to be
taking
taking the
the sword.
book?
I'm
Or
taking
look,
the
take
sword.
identifying the sword, book,
Identify.
and key.
I'll identify
I'll
the
identify. I feel like the sword could be more cursed than the key.
everything
it's
is
even
placed
curses.
first.
Well,
Just
considering that you can
curse.
detect the curses easier, you should take the sword. I'll take the key.
Yes, I'll take sword and book.
Okay. So the key, it is a muscle key. It
Yes.
it cast plane shift once, and after it's used, well,
Oh, so,
you roll a d100.
oh, and depending
Oh
on
boy.
so depending on the roll, it's where we end up, or if you get to use it again.
Nope, not where you end up. You go exactly where you go,
Oh,
but it is for a short-term insanity.
Is it reusable?
It's not reusable. Once it's used, it's gone.
yeah,
Okay, fair
but
enough.
Suffering a short-term insanity for getting out of here after I finish.
It will
here?
also automatically give you 3 levels of stress.
Dread. But yeah.
I mean,
It does not require attunement though, so good things.
It's
but,
consumable. I would hope it's not attuned.
Alternatively, this is like a last resort if whatever
Yeah.
we do doesn't get us out of here, essentially.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or if you want to get into some place.
Okay, book.
Again, we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
The
thinking
book.
that.
hmm
I just want to say, I'm thinking that we save that fucking key.
Yeah, that's what we were saying.
The book is actually a mutated mimic tome, or mutated mimic spell book. Basically, it only responds to the tuner, to the one who it is attuned to, and in addition to having the basic properties of a a spell book of enduring, it will automatically attack. It will make you can have it make a reactionary bite attack against an enemy that enters your that enters your within 5 feet of you.
So
Anything else?
requires recruitment. Gives.
It is not. It does require to be fed. It does need to be fed at least one ration a day, 1 pound of food a day.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I'll
that's fine,
ration.
that's fine.
Otherwise, it will bite. Otherwise, it will.
Feed on you.
Yeah, it'll feed on you.
Alright.
That is the curse.
Okay. So is there anything else, or is that it?
There are already spells there, but you're already and rituals there. But you're already familiar with them. You looked at it.
So, who wants it?
And finally, the sword. The sword is. Let's see here. I just need to pull it up. It is a. It is not a. It is a magical item, but it is actually an artifact.
Hold up!
It's an artifact.
Alright,
That's
keep it away from Rahamid.
That's big.
Okay, is it?
Not giving a temporary character an artifact again. Fuck that.
The item.
I was just about to ask, is it literal artifact,
Let's see
magical
here.
item, or we're talking like just ancient weapon?
Actual magical item artifact.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So not like relic artifact, just regular artifact.
No, just a regular artifact. The sword of Banes, not Bane, Banes. Basically, what you're able to discern is that it can cast Bane three times per long rest. The weapon is sentient, so you cannot, attune to it. And in addition to the Bane, it can cast Plane Shift, Teleport. What was it? Far Step. All of those at once per long rest. And it is a +3 weapon. However, it is, in addition to it being sentient, it is also cursed. Those attuned to it must make a Wisdom saving throw once per month. If they fail a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw, then they are compelled to kill a person they love.
Woof.
Oof.
If they are unable to or unwilling to kill the person they love, the aforementioned person they love, and they take 10d12 necrotic damage as the blade, it essentially, lashes out on you. However, it is also an otherworldly being, so could just set it free in exchange for an even more powerful favor.
Well,
You'd have a very powerful entity owing you.
again, that sounds like if you wanted a less severe way to get out, I guess that'd be a good way to get we'll grant your freedom if you get us the fuck out of here.
It wouldn't be asking to get out if it could.
Yeah, it would immediately get out if it could.
It wouldn't be here.
I'll take it.
Oh, and when you attune to it, you can choose one creature type that you deal essentially an additional damage die towards, which is not doubled when you critically hit, but tripled.
Ooh.
The only person in
And
the
because it
party
is
that
a
isn't
long
temporary
sword,
character.
and because it is essentially a great sword, then I think I don't need to mention the math there.
Yeah, I get
Wow. Great sword. I'll just put it back in my bag of holding.
You can also last thing. You can have it change forms, but it will consume the weapon that you would like the form of it that you would like it to take.
So we'd have to have the weapon on standby if we wanted to take the form.
A spare one that you're willing to sacrifice to it,
Got
yes.
it.
Buy a rapier. That sounds incredibly
It
useful.
will not assume the properties of that weapon, though.
So
Fair.
it won't become finesse itself. Considered heavier-handed.
No, it
So I think
will
he means,
take
like, if
any
it's a
magical
magic
properties,
item.
my bad. It will not take the magical properties of that item.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. Okay.
Okay. Well, I don't suppose anyone has a scimitar or a rapier they're willing to get rid of right now.
I mean, I do. If I could
I got a
sacrifice
dagger.
my scimitar, but it's just like
Oh,
I'd be without a
In its
weapon.
current form, it is unusable because the blade itself is broken.
Yeah.
But if you were to
Oh, so
feed
you-
it, then you can, yeah.
I mean, I technically have a scimitar, but it's currently coated in poison.
It would not take the poisoning of that.
Yeah, that's
It
the
would not,
point
yeah.
of why he doesn't want to consume that blade.
I got a dagger.
That's mean.
I'll have it consume the scimitar. It's only the oh god, what poison did
You
I
also
put on
gain
it?
one, oh yeah, and one minor beneficial trait. Only one minor. Everything else makes up for it, I'd say.
Yeah, I'll have it consume the scimitar and retroactively change it to a +3.
Alright, and also add in, like I mentioned, what was it? Being able to cast Bane at will,
Well,
though
just
will
copy-
require concentration.
Well, I was about to say just copy and paste all the things it can do and just put it into text, so that way it's just easy to remember instead of having to.
I have
say
it in notes.
Yeah.
Probably
So I
DM.
physically wrote it down.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah,
the
so-
only thing you need to do. Just copy and paste what you wrote down. And
Far step, which I think you may like quite a good
Also
bit.
concentration, I think. I might be
Mm-hmm.
sure.
Plane shift without material components, which means you can theoretically teleport anywhere you want.
Yeah.
That is
And teleport.
incredibly useful.
So,
Ooh,
Teleport is huge.
Just
Like,
teleport.
holy shit. Well, technically, plane shift itself can fit the role of teleport, but way more fucky. You get
Technically,
the
yeah,
plane
but
shift, wait a day, plane shift again.
if I did in multi-class, I probably would have access to teleport soon.
true.
Yeah.
But it's still useful,
Alright, so
I say.
you gonna take time to tune to that now?
I could. I
It's
do
really
have.
good. It's a +3 weapon.
Mm, but that curse though.
The curse,
Just stab
you'll
yourself.
have to
You can just refuse and take the damage.
How much damage
Only
was
10
it?
10d12.
It's only 10.
Is it reducible?
necrotic damage.
No.
Well, it is necrotic.
Okay. I guess important thing. Are there any other effects besides the 10d12 damage?
That's a part of the curse, so no.
Okay.
There's no exhaustion or anything like that. That would be too mean.
Yeah,
It's
but that's
just
I didn't have the
10d12.
stomach for that.
yeah, but that's once a week. For
No, once a
No,
month.
once-
It's once a month.
Once a month.
Month.
The once a
That's-
month isn't bad. I might just and I'll take during the
Here's the
long
thing.
rest.
If you
I'll-
fail, you have to do it. If you succeed, you have the choice.
I feel you just have to. You don't have a choice.
Yeah.
So if you fail the saving choice, you have to kill someone or you have to take the damage.
Yeah, you have to make. Rewind.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay.
Misread it on my
Yeah,
end.
that's right.
No, if you succeed, you don't have to make a sacrifice.
Yeah.
If you fail, then the being occupying it takes over. And I also forgot to mention what entity is stored inside.
That's important. Oh my god, that's great.
Yes. So I heard you hated horn devils.
Ah,
Yeah.
No,
let me
it's
guess
not a
this.
horned devil. No, it's not a horned devil. That would be. There's already multiple one. There's only one. So let me pull it up here.
There's only one.
It is a lich.
Oh.
An Eldritch lich. A former hexblade.
I see.
Who consumed its patron, which is big taboo.
Okay, so do not release this thing.
Yeah,
Damn
which
it.
you now know
Sword of Bane.
Sort of Banes.
Bane's not Bane,
Technicality.
But
because
they,
Bane is a deity.
Yeah, no. Sword of Bane is a completely different weapon. I don't think you. Yeah, we wouldn't find here.
So
Okay.
However, you can only change its form once per long rest. So, for now, yeah.
For now, it's a scimitar.
I mean,
You can also choose to willingly sacrifice someone you love. As I said, someone. Yeah, my bad. Someone or something you love. But it has to be something someone or something you love. It has to be. It will know if it is not something you love.
I mean, whose definition of love are we going off of here?
His or
theirs.
Rosewinter. And it has to
So
be the
it's-
nearest one as well.
It has to be something she actually loves, something she could not live without.
Well, Shadowcat, time to die. No.
Whoop.
Nah, Shadowcat. It said something or someone. That is an entity that is out of bounds.
Yeah, so at the very least, I would have to assume maybe your cohort.
That would be the
Yeah.
nearest person.
Alright.
Unless you like put, I don't know, your favorite food that you absolutely love next to you.
We have a book
Just
that
have
has
a
an
pizza.
upkeep that I'm not attuning to because it requires attunement.
Yeah. It also provides a run. It also is able to cast Cure Wounds on you once per day. Yeah, the book.
What level?
But only once per day. First level. So it might stabilize you. It'll definitely stabilize you as long as it likes you.
I mean, what's a weird fucking book when we get out of here and I copy the spells out of it?
You could probably sell it too for a high price.
Just sell some crap.
That doesn't seem like it would be on the repertoire, so you can probably sell it.
Alright, so.
I don't mind selling it.
We ready to keep going to the cafeteria?
Alright. Investigation. Are you taking Moose with you or no?
Well, if she's ready to go, she's ready to go.
She's ready to go. She's just concerned as to her safety.
Well, I cast. Well, before like the short rest was over, I cast F word on anyone, that would include her. So she's
fair point. Fair point.
Yeah.
I'll
Long
stick
days in
with
effect,
him,
right?
just be supportive mom. Just for it's okay.
Yeah, long days is in effect.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So like, yeah, before the short rest was completed, I essentially death ward and got back on my 6th level spell slots. So
Alright.
like,
That's what.
most everyone is like covered.
I think actually everyone is just from the.
Everyone is. Yeah.
One rest.
And as you make your way there to the kitchen, no, I'm not going to say that's where we don't end there. No, you make your way there. I just need someone to make an investigation check. Who's taking lead? With advantage, yes.
Hell yeah! Here we go. A mere 41.
Just the tiny
Right.
31.
It's
Yeah.
You
You managed to go. It takes you about literally 2 seconds. You turn around the corner. It's there. You don't see. Sorry. You turn around the corner. It's there.
Oh, hey! I found it.
Or at least it should be. You don't see the door.
Let me guess. I can see it.
Yeah. Just sake of expediency, from here on, we're going to assume that you're going to have one of the two guys,
Yeah.
and or your familiar taking lead, or not lead, opening the door. Yeah.
With
She's
the thing, with the vestige, can I see it?
With the vestige? No.
Okay.
You cannot see through the eye looking pearl.
I probably can't see it, can I?
Just because it's awakened, right? In this awakened state, just to double check.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can't see
Okay,
it.
I was just making sure. Okay, so it doesn't see
So
that. Got it.
with, I assume Raham is seeing the door, opens it up for everyone so we can go through.
Yeah, either Muhammad or Xeris, one of the two.
I probably can't see it. Okay.
Yeah. No.
Can't see.
If you're looking through your normal eyes, no.
No.
What if I look through Tanya's eyes? Big brain.
I mean, can you look through
Then you
Tanya's
would.
eyes?
Yo!
If you look through from those eyes, yes.
Hmm?
I have crazy vision. Excellent. Quit eating onions. Stop.
Nom 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 nom.
Yes, delicious cookies.
Okay, that's reasonable. You are forgiven. Tell Tanya to stop eating cookies. Now's not the time.
Alright, so we open up the cafeteria door. What do we see? Or did Auntie leave and I wasn't hanging out?
Nothing good.
Okay.
Pardon.
You see a large kitchen. You see a large table with a metal table in the middle. One moment.
Someone has some background noise.
I punched the table. No.
I am the table.
Shit!
If the table's made of stone, I will meld into stone at the table just so I can say I am the table. Now I need to know if the table is stone.
Ah, damn it.
Fuck. I need to do that now. God damn it.
Just elbow dropping the table.
Make a stealth check. Meld into stone and sit on the table.
The first thing I'm asking when he gets back is there a table made of stone? Some kind of stone.
Just meld into stone and make a stealth check.
I'll find out once he gets back.
But what if...
I did it. Memory only an hour.
Wait. Ah, shit, if only you were a druid. Then you might be able to get away with using fucking their bullshit where they meld into the fucking tree.
If I had
If
rune,
Viking were here, he'd probably.
actually, if I had rune mastery, I'd be able to do that. One of my runes allows you to do that.
I don't think there's a druid spell for meld. Actually, there probably is. I just don't know the name of it. For melee.
I think I picked up like a few.
Things
Well,
like
it's Tree Stride, but that's just worse Arcane Gate.
Yeah.
yeah.
Tree Speak, Tree Heal, Shadow Tree. Wait, Tree Heal. Oh yeah, I tried to heal
Yeah,
the
the
shrub one
bush.
time. It was fucking dead. It was dead.
The fucking fireball the bush.
Yup, it was very dead. Now on the bright side, it was definitely cured of disease and pests.
Yeah.
There
I mean, on the
most certainly were none.
the bad news was it was burnt.
Yeah, he was dead, unfortunately. I love that I could just be like, I'm gonna heal this tree.
Don't worry, I will heal this tree. The tree's
Infinite
been dead for
variation.
1,000 years. I will heal this tree.
Thank you, Infinite Variation. Very cool.
I cast True Resurrection on the tree. It
Hold up.
failed.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What?
That ain't right.
I mean, it's not. But
Don't worry about my 9th level spell slot. It's okay.
if he's gonna take his sweet time doing whatever he's doing, I'm gonna start getting. I'm gonna do something really quick, so I'll be back. Tell him if I'm back. If I'm still gone while he gets back, just tell him to continue without me. I'll be back.
All right.
Quack.
Donald made a cameo.
Oh, I think there's food. Oh,
I've returned somewhat.
Welcome back.
I have chicken tenders and mozzarella sticks.
be right back.
Nice.
Yeah, Alex will be back in a bit, and he just went to go do something.
I'm jealous that you had to.
Let's see. Sorry, can you repeat that?
I was just saying Alex will be back in a bit. He went to go and do something real quick.
Sorry, my apologies. Thank you.
So actually, this is perfect. The Sword of Banes.
You do need to roll the D100 for the minor beneficial trait.
Let me do that. I was asking if there's anything else. I have the Bane spell, teleport, and
DC
plane.
DC is 16 for all
Bane?
the spells. For all the spells there.
Spell spells DC 16.
You didn't roll a D100. You get 0. You get nothing. No, I could do that. Just
Oh wow!
Roll, yeah, you gotta. There we. Just roll normal D100. 54. While tuned to this item, you can use your action to cast one cantrip chosen by me from it. It can be any cantrip. Any current cantrip.
But chosen by you.
Yes. Which I will say is not going to be Hoarfrost.
Oh, that's nice.
Sadly. I know, I'm sorry, but has to be said, he would not have known Hoarfrost in his lifetime, question mark.
What about Eldritch Blade?
No. Let's see, what was it? Pulling it up here. Here it is. Chill Touch. With a plus. Let's see here. With a +8 attack modifier to it. I cast it, yeah, using your level scaling. So you there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so did you hear what I said?
Chill Touch with a +8.
Yes. Perfect. Heal up.
Was there anything else? I have the +3, the spells. The
+3 to it's a +3 weapon.
Yes. I have that. Is the spells, Bane, Plane Shift, Teleport, Chill Touch. Is
Far
that
Step?
it? Bar Step, that's what it was.
All right. Yeah, and before you ask, yes, this is to make up for the other artifact.
What?
Oh yeah, this artifact is to make up for your previous artifact.
I see. Thank you.
It is also going to be your group's the artifact that your group is going to be associated with.
The
Basically, how I'm ruling is that the way what each group will only get one artifact, and they will be associated with the nature. With their group will be associated with that artifact in terms of their titles and all that.
I definitely appreciate the far step.
It makes
Yeah.
travel significantly easier. Like holy shit.
Yeah. I'll just say you would know that this specific Eldritch Lich. Let's see. If you want, make a history check to see what you know about this one.
Who, me? I identified it.
Yeah, because you identified it.
Okay, normally. Bull.
30. This one has been known to be, is actually historically recorded as the first warlock to primarily, aside from the standard Hex, Eldritch Blast, to focus on teleporting and around the battlefield. Basically, the first Blink Witch Knight. And you would know the name as, let's see here. Let me just type it out.
A blink, which
0.
Zero.
Or just some weird like 0.
For the
Because he was actually what would have been considered a Southern Resh native.
So this is for the sword.
A southern
Yeah.
Resh, what?
Native,
Native.
as in he was of the tribes that originally existed in Resh before Resh became Resh. Basically, the equivalent would be like Hispanics and such. But yeah.
Yeah, that's useful. I'll relay that, I suppose.
do I need to make a check upon?
That is his title, the Disappearing Horror.
Okay.
Is there? Do I need to make a check upon attuning to it?
Nope. But you do hear the voice. Basically, I'm not going to do the voice for him, but he will ask you why you have decided to join with him.
Do
you want to make a pact, or no?
Wait a minute.
That's not going to be it. He will, if you want to become his warlock, he will say that in exchange for your soul, you will never have to kill anyone you love.
Fuck.
And if somebody tries to force you, he'll work in a way to prevent it.
What level, or what warlock is he of?
Hexblade, and you would theoretically be a Hexblade.
Ooh, Hexblade would be so
Hexblade's really good!
But you can just say no for the extra
I'll-
challenge.
I'll think about it.
The extra challenge of owning a soul.
Well, the extra challenge of being free and being the only one to properly wield, or to be the one to wield the Blade of Banes.
So if I take this sword has no downsides to it.
The main downside of having to sacrifice something or someone you love will be offset, and they will actively work behind the scenes in subtle ways to allow you to keep those people or those things. However, if you choose not to, well, it's once a month. You want to play? Do you want to roll dice with an undead? He ate his patron also, by the way, so keep that in mind. You probably can't trust him.
He just died with his patron.
That is a big taboo Very big taboo. Even if you eat a fiend, even if your patron was a devil or a demon, sorry, big taboo.
Yo, question: can you sending in whatever sentient weapons and shit, items, whatever?
It would only be them in particular. It would only be that creature who's being. It does not cross wires if somebody sendings you. Only you would receive it. Yeah.
Anyways, overturned.
I'll consider it. Not a yes, not a no. It's I will think about it.
Alright.
All right.
So, what did we discover in the cafeteria?
Cafeteria.
I
Sorry, I had to get some chicken nuggets and mozzarella sticks.
So,
Big middle table. Lots of corpses. Torso there. Genital for some persons there here,
Eh,
and some hooks hung up against the ceiling,
Meat hook.
carrying more bits of flesh. It's all very bloody, all very clearly very slippery. Basically, the area counts as difficult terrain.
Oh, good.
You see a cooking area with like a boiling, not boiling, like the cauldron, and there appears to be something cooking.
I have a question. Are any of the tables stone?
Yes, actually, the wood and stone. It's kind of a mix.
Okay, like is the surface
It's
stone?
designed in a way to be very the tabletop. The top itself is like marble.
Okay.
It's sort of the way it's designed is to be like very homey, very relaxed, almost like a cabin.
Okay.
in the
Can I
middle of
go
the
over
woods.
to it and cast meld into stone, so that I am the table?
just why?
If you want
Why
to.
not?
Hell yeah! I'm not gonna. I just want to make that joke.
Alright,
Yeah.
so investigating the room to see if we can find anything of importance.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to
Investigation
know.
from any of you.
I want to know what's cooking.
Can you smell what the rocket's cooking?
Alright. I'm gonna have L help me, essentially.
All right. It'll give you advantage.
E. 23.
Hey,
Anyone else who rolled investigation? Do so.
hey, Sully, you want the help?
and so I'll give you guidance.
Do elves actually have proficiency in that? No, they don't. That's for something else.
I almost forgot to roll wisdom save for Moose.
Oh.
Oh, right.
Yeah, can get most of guidance.
Guidance will not apply to this.
No.
Guidance is skill checks, so. She's like, holy shit!
That's a lot of blood! And bodies! And
The
everything else in
arcane.
between.
The arcane place
She's
is
actually
similar.
disturbed that she's taking it well. Basically, what was it? Right. She has a +4 to her wisdom saves. Now she's a warlock.
Yeah.
Yo.
I'm so happy.
As opposed to a +2. She's kind of creeped out by the fact that she's not reacting normally. But, she's not going to complain.
It's like, I'll just look at her and be like, wait, how am I taking this so well? It's like, it's a warlock thing. It's like, oh.
Basically, yeah.
Only when
Meanwhile, Verison's just there nodding like, yeah, no.
I'd imagine like your patron kind of shields you from some of the natural horrors.
More the unnatural horrors, but yeah.
Yeah, this is just lots of dismemberment.
And Zeris, at this point, he's not even looking fucking phased by any of this.
Yeah, Rahaman's just used to this.
Also, compared to the library, there's actually no smell. Aside from what's cooking in the pot, which,
Alright.
yeah.
Hold on,
odd.
I've got red bar.
Yeah.
Fun.
I'm gonna stop saying that.
Well, I was just gonna say that it doesn't require any check to look into the pot. Yeah, you see like several heads of humans, halflings, dwarves, a lot of people there, including a few Ganassi there.
Oh,
Fire
humanoid.
Ganassi's skull head is still on fire.
Huh.
Comedically enough.
Can I can
Humanoid
I
stew.
can I do a dick move and turn the pot off?
You wanna do that?
I mean, it
I
not necessarily a
mean,
dick move. You might be doing something nice for whoever is in the pot, who's dead,
Well,
and is spirit.
dick moves whoever's cooking these.
Ah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, totally do that. It'd be
Do you
hilarious.
wanna do that though?
Maybe not.
I'll turn the burner off.
Okay.
fuck 'em.
Alright.
I
Well, for
ruined your
one, there's no burner.
So, how is it being? Oh, is it?
Oh, it's like a stove. Like it's like got a little like fire.
Mhm.
I think.
Small fire pattern race.
So essentially,
Oh.
you remove it from the heat.
I can use my ability of create water and just douse the flame.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the ultimate trick of make it so it can't restart it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because then you just fucking up the
What
generator.
water do you use?
I create water.
Yeah, or
Oh,
yeah, there's all alternative that I can just use. Well, actually, I need my water skin because surprisingly enough, I still need a drink.
I could use water out of my canteen, but I kind of need that
Yeah, it's an odd thing
for
for me too because like I don't need to breathe, eat, or sleep, but apparently it doesn't say anything about drinking. So apparently I still need to drink.
mm-hmm.
once per long rest. Hold on, let me ping it. I have a good number of spells now. For someone that doesn't cast spells, I have a lot of per long rest or short rest.
Well, keep in mind, the spells from the Sword of Banes are not you casting a spell. It's the item.
So you can't
Yeah.
focus.
Not darkness. I'm assuming you didn't want to click that. Dust walk. I mean, like
I'm pretty sure creator short water is like 10 gallons per level.
Things are still
Surprisingly, no.
What?
For create and destroy water, surprisingly, no. There's no scaling with it.
yeah, I think it is one of those spells that is just straight a spell, no additional.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is incorrect. I'm looking at it clearly.
Oh, well, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Oh well.
It's 10
Well,
gallons per level.
if they're casting create or slash destroy water, just prop that up for them because I don't know if Master is just having difficulties or.
No, yeah, no, I'm having technical difficulty.
Yeah, so if you have,
It's 10
All right.
gallons.
yeah.
Which is a lot.
Well, we'll just say you do that. As you do that, just gonna go for everyone else's investigation. Mohammed, what are you specifically looking for?
Anything of interest that maybe what did this? Or maybe like of a way to like what would be the
You see really big cleavers hanging on the walls, and really big hooks.
Oh, fuck.
Very big. It's about as big as you.
Would meat cleavers be their own weapon, or are they like just knife, dagger?
Oh no, they're basically great swords.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah. And where the meat hook is essentially my weapon, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And
But yeah, if I just get that hit, I'm gonna see. Well, if I can tell what exactly caused this, besides just maybe like maniac cook.
There are corpses. There are heads.
Oh yeah, so. Bop. That's an action for free. Speak with dead.
Hmm.
So,
What 5 questions do you have?
who is it that caused this massacre in this kitchen?
Let's see here. Sorry. My thing here. My internet. Giving me the slow.
Well, that's what happens when when people start downloading shit on your internet, or if someone starts streaming, or what have you. It is what it
Let's
is.
see. Uh, ah, come on, stop it. Sorry, this thing is being. It's being Roll20. Roll20 is being Roll20.
Bleh.
Kabler.
Yeah.
Kablurg.
Oh, and you don't need to do.
Mamma mia.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Also, I should say that you don't need to do the voice of like dead person speaking because it's kind of also hard for me to understand whatever you do that.
Yeah, I figured.
Love the flavor of it. It can be hard to understand.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I get it, but it can be hard, like taking down notes or trying to get everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see here. What was it? You say a walking, intelligent corpse, wielding a blade of steel and flesh.
So a walking corpse wielding blade caused all this. When were they last in this room? Because I would assume they would know that being undead, being stuck in this place.
Kind of, but not really. They just tell you that it cannot see while it is dead, and what it's around it while it's dead.
Ah, okay, that's fair.
Would my poisons wouldn't work? My poisons and toxins wouldn't work on the un, right?
I
Nah.
can confirm being a freaking patron of Anubis. Yeah, that shit wouldn't work.
Yeah, it
only
wouldn't
I
work.
had only if I had like Ghoul's Vein oil or something.
Yeah. All right.
That was the second question.
Okay. Third question. Would they happen to know what's causing the anchor of this place to be stuck in this weird plane of existence that we're in?
They tell you he's still allowed to work the madman, the monster. Worse than a demon. More cunning than a devil.
Alright.
You could easily tell at this point the soul is very clearly disturbed.
Okay. So, the person who's causing this place to be where it is also the person that killed you all in this cafeteria?
Yes.
Okay. So, then
Would
fifth question, last one. Do you guys got anything? Because I'm right now, I'm drawing a blank.
I could probably assume that the corpses in the arcane research were the mass suicide.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like, other than does this butcher work for someone? Who does he work for?
Do you know anybody that was with
I,
anybody with you?
I think what I managed to discover, if I'm correct with this Andy, the butcher who did this massacre is also the thing that's causing the body to this plane of existence.
No.
Oh, okay. So
Another being, another entity here.
All right. So the last question I could ask is either who is this butcher working for, or what is the name of the person that's causing this distortion of out of planely existence?
They probably wouldn't know the latter, but
yeah.
They might. You don't know.
I think you could form them into the both quests, like put them both into the same quest.
Yeah, I'm just trying to
Like,
think of word it.
who is the butcher's boss, and are they the cause of this rift?
Yeah. So I asked that for sake of brevity.
The butcher serves nothing, yet everything. The butcher simply exists. The butcher claims on death is equal to life and death. The butcher is nothing less than a monster.
So the butcher kind of came in existence, maybe possibly either before this place got thrown in the rift, or maybe sometime after. Essentially,
And as the water splashes and causes the fire to go down, you hear a very loud voice scream. Give me a moment, I need to prepare my voice for this. Who fucked with my cooking? And with that, we end the session.
God damn it.
Yo, maybe we'll show what the vestige does next week, Paul. Hell yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Stop recording.
Yes, please.